Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick guerrilla cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, guerrilla cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. We would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket.
Well, good morning, good evening, good dawn, good dusk. Hello, it's Guerrilla Cricket, and we're on again. Different series this time. Rained out on Sunday. I just sat at home waiting for the phone call to turn things off. But today, surprisingly actually, considering it's the middle of September and it's Malahide, they're going to get full play. It's even better weather than it is in England. The rain passed through Ireland last night, so they're all clear. England are playing Ireland. We've got 3 T20s because they couldn't be asked to get any lights because they were supposed to be ODIs. But what the hell, I love Malahide. That was the place where Guerrilla Cricket did its first ever test match on site. The wonderful Malahide, the wonderful Pakistan, Ireland v Pakistan test in 2018. We love the Irish, we love that place, but we want England to win today, don't we, boys? I'm joined by Gary and Grubby to start off today's play.
Hello. I'm just wondering if there's a blue plaque there. Guerrilla Cricket.
We should have bought one. Yeah, we should have bought one and actually made them put it up.
I don't want to correct you, Bear, but just because the rain passed through Ireland yesterday, there's no guarantee it won't be raining again today. Well, but it isn't.
It isn't. No, I was watching the weather forecast on Sunday, and there was a massive band of rain, and it said on Tuesday night it was kind of in the south of Ireland, and I thought Wednesday doesn't look good, but actually it's passed through and broken up and gone through Ireland, and it's now on England. So I think we should be pretty good. Well, first thing to say, Jacob Bethel is captain of England. Wow. We shall give you the playing 11s.
Yep.
Ireland.
I can do that if you want.
Right, okay, go for it.
Well, unless you got them there.
Well, I have got them here.
Well, you do that then.
Ireland. England won a toss and decided to field. So Ireland go in Paul Sterling, Ross Adair, Harry Tector, Lorcan Tucker, Curtis Campher, George Dockrell, Gareth Delaney, Barry McCarthy, Graham Hume, Matthew Humphreys and Craig Young. England, with a few people having a rest. Phil Salt's still there. We've got a new jingle for Phil Salt.
Your favourite?
My favourite. Joss Butler, Jacob Bethel, skipper. Ryan Ahmed is in the side. Excellent. Tom Banton, Sam Curran, Will Jacks, Jamie Overton, Liam Dawson, Adil Rashid, Luke Wood. Bloody hell, we're going in spin heavy, aren't we, boys? Adil Rashid, Liam Dawson, Will Jacks, Ryan Ahmed. Ryan Ahmed looks principally like he's in for a batting spot. But when it comes to pace, we've only got Sam Curran, Jamie Overton and Luke Wood. So we've gone spin heavy. Yeah, but I think
that's okay.
Should need 4 seamers, shouldn't you? In Ireland, you'd have thought green, the land that's an emerald isle after all. Don't expect it to be anything other than green.
Somebody keep up with the cliche count, please.
Well, okay. But yeah, having a little chat with... what do we reckon to England's side? Still looks quite strong.
The trophy's got the word token on it, which says it all, doesn't it?
It looks like it came out of H.H. Samuel's window, that.
I'll tell you what I enjoyed at the toss as well. Paul Sterling and Jacob Bethel tossing the coin up. It looked like a lads v dads match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we should have some jingles opening it up for
And we got some messages as well when you're ready.
Okay, well, we got this guy.
Don't you be getting out. He won't be getting out. Who am I talking about? Paul Sterling.
Oh, yeah.
A dare to go with him and you'll survive. Cross a dare, he's watched all the zombie shows. Oh, he knows.
Opening for England. There you go.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, speaking of short and sweet, when the camera panned down the line for England, there was obviously Jamie Overton. I think the next tallest player was little Sammy Curran.
Incredible stuff.
He's not as short as you
He's
think
not
he
short,
is.
He's about 6 foot, isn't he?
Should we call him Snow White for today?
Yeah. I'd have him 5'11". I was standing next to him and Joe Root
Jamie Overton?
a few years ago. No.
Oh, Sammy Curran's going to say.
What a first ball by Luke Wood. It's not a wide, that was inside the line, you fucker. Anyway, it was given as a wide.
Yes.
I thought that was inside the line, wasn't it? Maybe it pitched inside the line and actually the foreshortening.
It's close enough. As long as he's erring on the side of wide for anything that's marginal, which I would actually.
You were a bowler.
Oh, I should get back
No.
up.
I'm saying call it wide.
Oh, no, I'm saying not though. Jofra Archer's in the World Cup final in the Super Over. Never a wide.
Never a wide. Never a fucking wide, it's true. I was so furious at that point. Next ball, beautifully driven by the big fat Paul Sterling. Oh, shouldn't say that. Healthy man. Anyway, it's gone out to the cover boundary. We love Paul Sterling, but he's a chunky lad.
Is that a misfield there?
It could have been. It was hit quite hard.
I must have 2 or 3. I need 4.
I mean, I was at the finals day at Edgbaston.
Oh, were you?
And the ground fielding was not flawless. No, it wasn't a misfield, but some of the catching was absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational.
It was a good win by Somerset, wasn't it?
It was.
I didn't
Good
watch
day.
it, obviously. Down the track comes Paul Sterling. Hits it out to Tom Banton, who's fielding at cover, and there is no run.
The problem is it has this atmosphere of organised fun. You know, it's like being in a holiday camp where red coats are constantly sort of badgering you to have some fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Brits take particularly well to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, isn't it? I mean, it goes on for a long day. I mean, they were lucky to get it all in, weren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the match, the second semi that got called off, and Northampton looked like they were in deep trouble when I turned it off, and they went off. That one is a really almost attempted Yorker by Luke Wood, well dug out by Paul Sterling up to mid-off.
I saw Chris Lynn hit the first 5 balls of an over for 6 and was looking forward to my first maximum, but he was out LBW off the 6th.
Oh, well.
But all 5 of the previous 6s would have been 6 on any ground in the world. They were 10 or more rows back. Clean hitting. So clean.
Luke Wood comes in, 4th ball of the over. Oh, and that's thrown up really wide, and Sterling has a big yahoo at it. It was there to hit, but he got a big under edge, and it dragged it back towards his stumps.
And
no run though.
it was off the bowling of Lloyd Pope, who I think on the last Ashes tour was being touted as a possible Australian Test bowler. I mean, I hope he's still young. I hope he comes through, but
Not on that showing.
he had a bit of a mauling.
Well, they've got a bit of a weird shape in the outfield. Nice little hump out towards what looks like cow, but maybe it's just
big,
a camera
big
angle.
bend in the rope.
Yeah, it's a big bend in the rope. Don't know why. That one is chopped behind square by Sterling. There is a man out in the deep. And Phil Salt is out there. And he will get a single out there. So that man.
I do believe the sun's out.
Yeah.
It's milky, but there is a bit of shadow.
I was just going to say it's the Ireland shirt sponsors are Failta Solar, which I take it is Welcome Solar. So if they're selling solar panels in Ireland, well, good luck with that.
Well, they're quite efficient these days. It's the UV count.
It's a UV count, is
Yeah.
it?
Wind farms, yes. That would be
Well,
good.
I mean, this is it. Wood in bowls. Well defended by Adair. Straight. He will get a single, sharp single to mid off, but they get it. That's the end of the first over. 7 off of it. Grubby, who's
So
with us?
I was going to bring you a few messages. People who've joined us on the YouTube. Leah is with us, as is Banana Brooks. Jay Grover's with us. Hey up. Stephen Kelk, who says muckspout time. Fidelma Carroll says yippee. Rich Turner is with us. Leah says the bear looks like he's annoyed with the new YouTube. I don't know what's changed about the YouTube.
No, I haven't even seen it.
Farong says wibble. Fidelma, Banana, Stephen, Pirate Badjar's there, Paul Higginbotham. What does Paul say? He says, only commentary for me today, Willow Cricket Channel is showing the women's cricket. Well, we'll take that backhanded compliment any day of the week.
Well, yeah.
Hampshire against Surrey, I think.
Oh, opening at the other end for England is this man.
They'll get you now, Jamie Overton's how he'll get you out because the pitch belongs to bowlers. Jamie Overton is the best of all because the pitch belongs to pacemen.
He's coming into bowl to Adair, and his first ball squares him up. That was a decent delivery, and is no run. There's a little bit of swing there. Let's see what the pace was. But it looked pretty reasonable to me.
So he's 6'5"-ish, Gary.
Yeah.
And you reckon little Sammy Curran's 5'11"?
I think he's
Crazy.
5'11", little Sammy Curran. Say I was standing next to him at Edgbaston when he took those 5 wickets against India.
Overton comes in, bowling to Adair. Oh, that's a horrible shot. It's a whip without moving his feet across the line to a length delivery that probably just got above his hip. Terrible. Gets away with it though, and there is no run.
You see an awful lot of ugly cross-batted shots, don't you?
Yeah,
You
but that was particularly ugly.
You really do. But in that T20 where Butler and Salt went mad, so many of the shots seemed to be with straight bats.
Yeah.
They were hitting in the V.
It was a very good pitch, I think.
Yeah.
And you're right, classical shots.
Down the track comes Adair. It spoons it way up in the air. The camera work down here is fucking awful. I don't know where it's gone. It's gone out into the deep somewhere on the offside, but it hasn't gone for a 4.
Yeah, it's like when the BBC tried to cover cycle races. You have the feeling that the camera crew have never seen a cycle race. I've got the feeling here that the camera crew have never seen a cricket match.
They keep pulling out just as the guy's delivering.
Yeah.
That should be on a steady shot. You've got to be able to see the ball, and then you kind of lose the ball as it's going down. It's
Did you apply for the director's role for this series, Bear?
No, of course not.
Sounds like you're better qualified to do it.
well, I mean, come on, anyone's got to. And then they've missed the next ball because it's gone down leg side. Presumably, it's hit something, maybe pad because it's not been given as a wide.
By the way, Pirate Badshar, I think, is at the game. And he's just going to wait for a message from Stephen Kelk if we play the Funky on the Dance Floor jingle, and he's promised to do a dance in the stands.
Funky on the dance floor. Depends whether it gets us struck on YouTube or not, really. It sounds like it's a bit of something else, so yeah, probably does. And I need to know what jingle it is for. That one is not really well played by Adair.
No timing.
There's no run. Yeah.
No timing there.
I think it's the YouTube screens that people are worried about because it looks like that at the moment.
Huh?
The display.
But with me on it.
How come that's gone like that? It's not going out like that. I'll have to go and check it. I'll do that at the end of the over. That one is... Where did that go? It's gone out to... Shit. This is going to be difficult, boys. It's gone out to extra cover. the cameraman seems to want to follow it down the leg side, but it's gone out through extra cover and it's gone for 4 runs. I'll give you a jingle, then I'll go and have a look at the screen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Meanwhile, Stephen Kelk, I've got a little plan. Since Pirate Bachar can't hear us at the moment, he's waiting for you to give the signal. Why don't you tell him we've played the Funky on the Dance Floor jingle?
Oh, you're a cruel man.
And then see if he lives up to his promise of dancing in the stands.
You're a cruel
Can you do that for us, Stephen? Thank you. It'll be our little secret.
Played out to mid-wicket, no run.
Yeah, there's people paying quite not insignificant sums for TNT these days.
Yeah,
and,
it's expensive.
They can't see the ball.
Yeah, it's not good camera work. Hopefully they'll sort it out. Presumably they hire guys who know what they're doing, don't they? You'd have thought. You thought that would have been a prerequisite, wouldn't you? Luke Wood is in, hits the pad of Sterling, goes out towards point. Are they going to take a single? They did take a single. Well, leg by.
I mean, there's so many experienced camera operators now because the county matches are covered, and some of the quality of the streams can be variable, but a lot are now pretty damn good. So there's no excuse really for not having an experienced crew who understand what's going on from the camera work and from the directing, because there's 2 or 3 of these, aren't there, at Malahide?
2, 3. 3.
Yeah.
Every 2 days. That one comes back a little bit into a dare. You can only play it out to cover and there is no run.
Stephen Kelk's not playing ball. Do you believe it?
Not playing ball.
Unbelievable.
The sun is very much out at Malahide now. Look, we're getting strong shadows on the floor there. This is the last sun we'll see in Ireland until about July.
So Brian in Brisbane, I'm afraid we can't help. We've tried what we can at this end, but it is what it is, as they say. So you just have to wear it, I'm afraid.
What's this, about the screen?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it, because in my screen in the studio that I've got monitoring YouTube, it is exactly as it always is. So have you...
Must be your fault, Brian.
There's a ball fielded at point there by Rayan Ahmed. I'm very pleased to see Rayan Ahmed getting the game for England instead of carrying the drinks.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous that he was not playing domestic cricket and instead not playing for England.
That's how I've got it on my YouTube.
Yeah. That's what people are moaning about, is that top right thing.
What about the top right? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can sort that out. I thought I meant the actual screen set. That's pulled out into the leg side with no great timing. They'll come back for 2. Was that, Gary?
No, I think yes, it was.
They did come back for 2, yeah.
A disappointing crowd, I think. England in town. We're always told that Ireland don't get enough international cricket. Well, here's England, quite an exciting England after the extraordinary events of the raising of 300. Not many people have bothered to turn up.
Well, yeah.
My view is if you don't turn up, you don't deserve the matches.
Ooh. Down the track comes Adair, has a big swish. It certainly swung a little bit into the batsman. Through the gate, through the keeper, no run. Now I know what's wrong, I shall go and sort it.
I'll just caveat that before I bring you in, because we don't know how much the admission is, but for God's sake, everything costs a bloody fortune in Dublin, so, they're used to paying hyper prices.
I suppose it's a bit chicken and egg, isn't it? You want to try and grow the sport and make it more popular in different places, and you don't necessarily have a ready-made fan base. I mean, I thought the same about Cardiff years ago, and we went there and watched some Test cricket there, and quite often the ground was half full, and you think, people would kill to watch Test cricket anywhere in England, but...
Well, they don't, because they don't turn up at the Riverside, they don't turn up at Old Trafford. Now, I think some of that is the prices, so I'm not going to hammer it.
What for, county or...?
For international matches.
Oh, right.
Test matches and one-dayers and the likes. I really do think that there comes a point. I mean, you said Gorilla was there in 2018.
Yep.
So that's 7 years ago, and the Ireland have been playing internationals a lot longer than that. So I mean, it's not the worst crowd, but it's not a great crowd.
Should be full, shouldn't it?
That's down leg side. Will be given as a wide. I don't know if they're going to take a little bye at the same time. They decide not to, but there will definitely be a wide.
I mean, in mitigation, it is a weekday. It's not in the school holidays or anything like that. So there's a bit of a.
How many people are there? I think
How many?
Are there more people there than were at the Oval yesterday for Surrey against Notts?
Dunno.
I suspect not.
Dawson is coming around the wicket to Paul Sterling. He cracks that into the offside. Good bit of fielding by Banton, who's right on the edge of the circle at cover. And there's no run. The bowler is.
Wait and wait, and then you wait and wait, and then you wait and wait. Liam Dawson.
Had to wait and wait and wait and wait. He's around the wicket, throws that one up. It's hit into the air, but out into the space. In fact, over the boundary. And will be the first one of these,
Shot.
I believe. Let it spin and then played with the spin. Gave himself enough room to free his arms.
There was some turn though, Bear.
Yeah, there was a lot of turn. Well, not a lot, but a good amount of turn.
He read it off the pitch pretty well, though.
Yeah,
Sterling.
exactly. And he'd gone so far to leg that he had all the room in the world to do that. That one is flatter, straighter. Sterling tries to hoik it over the boundary on the leg side, can only get it out to the man in the deep, who is Phil Salt. And there is just the one run.
Cue up a super chat jingle, Bear, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, I can do that. Here we go.
Super chat, yeah. Super chat, yeah. Super chat game, super chat game.
And that's from Mr. Handjob, who's just popped in to say hello and that Grubby's tash still ain't flattering. Thanks, man.
Well, it's better than the average Tash, I'll give it that.
Better than mine.
Leading edge out towards extra cover. And there is no run.
Definite turn, slow turn.
Yeah.
But turn.
Yeah. I think the problem is in a T20 people chance their arm, won't they?
It's the miscue though.
Well, in the first 4 overs, I think you're less likely to get a wicket though, because you're more likely to get caught in the deep when there's a bit of turn and people are trying to wallop you.
He does bowl a lot in the power play though for Hampshire, Liam Dawson.
Next ball was just off the outside half of the bat to point, and there is no run. Last ball of the over. 24 for none. Again, dart into the leg side. Great shot. There is a man out long off. It's Jamie Overton. It'll only be a single. Good choice of fielder. And only one off the last ball. So 25 for none after 4.
A couple of messages coming through. Russell Hibbard is watching on the very windy west coast of Ireland. Said he watches Somerset matches on YouTube. Great coverage. Chef Wardo, how well are these matches promoted in Ireland? Brian in Brisbane is yahooing because the screen's sorted. And you're getting some compliments, Gary, from Mog, saying that you're looking very svelte.
Oh, well.
I said the same about Bear when he came through the door today.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Well,
Mark.
I've been a pelotoning 5 days a week.
Have you?
Yeah.
I actually went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago because I kept hearing that I was losing weight, which is sometimes a kind of proxy for are you on the Ozempic, and I wasn't. And I'd actually lost 3 kilos, which I'm just putting down to a hot summer.
Yes.
Because if you're 62 years old and you're losing weight without trying, it's not usually a good sign.
No.
But she was okay with it. She reckoned it was all right. So, I mean, if I'm losing 3 kilos in 3 months without trying, I'm happy.
Right.
She still won't give me the Ozempic, though.
Really?
No, she
It's
won't.
in very short supply these days.
Yeah.
New bowler for England. It's this man.
Is he a batter or bowler? Sam Curran. What's his distinguishing feature? Sam Curran. His dance from to
He's bowling to Adair. The first ball gets an inside edge, goes down to the man on the 45, who is Adil Rashid. And there is no run. It's perfect when Adil Rashid's on the 45.
It is absolutely perfect.
M Block tells us that Sunday's game is sold out.
Well, good.
Good. Yeah, happy about that.
What's the capacity at Malahide? About 6,000?
I don't know, actually.
I
Need to look it up.
They've got the big stands.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably temporary stands there.
Yeah, they are, yeah. But that one is defended to Liam Dawson, who's out of point. And there's we had this chat before, but I think it's disappointing that they couldn't find some lights and have the ODIs that they were originally supposed to have.
Yeah.
I mean, in the modern age, you'd have thought portable floodlights to light this would have been gettable.
I once made the point at Old Trafford, Gaz, that the temporary stands filled with temporary people.
Oh, very
Ooh,
good.
very poetic.
For a temporary competition in the 100.
Sam Curran is in. That's short. It's pulled with no great timing, but of course it's the last. No, they've got 2 hours of the power play left. There's a man out in the deep. It's Will Jacks. They'll get back for 2 though.
Quietly, England have bowled well here. I think they've mixed up their pace. Ireland have timed almost nothing. I don't think I've ever seen Paul Sterling fail to hit boundaries in the power play. So, England have got a lot right here. It looks a good decision to bowl first from Jacob Bethel. And I think the selection looks good with plenty of spin options to go alongside 3 paces. I'm liking what I'm seeing there.
Yeah,
I'm happy to see Curran back in the side as well.
Yeah.
He's been great all summer.
Yeah, he's been knocking on the door for a couple of years.
that
There's the
slower
moon ball, but it's been hammered. I don't know if it was 4 or 6.
Looks like 6.
Yeah, it's 6. Hammered out over cow, really. But
The number of the day.
look, there's almost a Dave Barrett clone.
The number of
Doesn't
the
look like
day
him.
is 666.
It's a good
Yeah,
ball. I like the moon ball.
He was sitting on
but
it waiting for it, though, wasn't he?
Yeah,
was,
he was
yeah.
a little bit.
Got to use experience. Now that people know he's got it in the locker.
Well, the funny
There'll
thing
be
is, he does use it
more
generally, pretty soon as well. There's another one though, and this time he doesn't pick it.
Yeah.
and gets squared up and plays it back to the bowler. No
But
run.
was that the slower one, or was that like the second slower one?
He could almost have played 3 shots before he actually jabbed the back down on it. Are we due a change after this?
We
ball
are
there?
indeed.
Because the changes come thick and
Yeah.
fast. And
I'm going to ball by ball.
I think it's us 3 still, isn't it?
is it? I thought Anindo's coming.
Grubby, Bear, and Indo.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, but he's not turned up yet.
Okay, well, if he does, I shall leap away.
Balletically.
And you'll
Well, I'm
have
not sure about balletic.
You
Me and
have
Paul
to
Sterling aren't
to
balletic.
shift across the chair. Oh, there's another. I think there's another slower ball. Not quite as slow as the moon ball, but Paul Sterling again tried to heave it into the leg side. He couldn't manage it.
Who did moon balls? That was Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, wasn't it?
Was it?
She was the moon
Yeah,
baller.
she had a,
And
yeah.
Jeremy Snape.
And Jeremy Snape, yeah. I see that someone was bowling in the 30s. Was it Adil Rashid was bowling at 39 miles an hour in the...
Yeah, he bowled
T20.
one ball at 39. I think he got the final wicket off that ball.
Is-
Let's stay as we are
Okay.
because Anindo hasn't showed
Yeah.
up. But you just take over ball by ball,
Does-
Grubby. I'm
does-
going to go and get a beer. Do you want a beer, Grubby?
Yes, please.
Does the ball start to come back to you at 39 miles an hour?
Into a stiff breeze, it would, wouldn't it? It looks lovely seeing Malahide there, having spent that time there.
Yeah.
7 years ago. Can you believe it?
You've got the memories there.
So it's going to be Overton continuing, and this is an attempted flick. The camera goes out to square leg, but the ball hasn't gone there. The ball has gone behind the stumps, and it is a wide.
Now,
Live jingles at the
I
moment.
don't see all England games, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Bear, you don't. I can't recall the last time Jamie Overton impressed me with bat or ball.
Was it on debut when he scored 90 odd?
I think it's them.
Adair faces up to him now. This is again fired in towards leg stump. It is successfully whipped away this time, and he's going to get at least a couple, and in fact he's going to get 4. As that Rian Ahmed trying to do the fielding there, just got a bit of a paw on it, but couldn't prevent it from going. And so it is 4 to the floor. I was sure. Welcome to live jingles on Real Cricket.
Poor fielding there from Ray and Ackwood. I'm very
Should
pleased
stop it
he's-
having got there.
He's playing, but the technique was wrong there. He's got there, but you should be stopping that.
You've got to be
really.
sliding on that one, haven't you?
Yeah, I think you do.
Here's us telling him how to field, but
Yeah.
it was technically a poor effort, I'd say. This is tucked into the leg side off a combination of bat and pad, I think. And he's going to get one more, is Adair.
It's a very Irish day for me because I'm having to race away from here about 5 o'clock to get up to Kilburn for the Kiln, where there's a play set in Ireland there that's come from the Galway International Festival.
Well,
it's all Island Day.
It's
today.
all Ireland
Well,
Day.
one of my-
it'll rain later as well.
One of my London Irish mates lives in Kilburn, and his name is Byrne. Which, if I was called Byrne, I don't think I'd live in Kilburn. But
No.
there we are. He likes it.
What a burn that is.
Yeah. Sterling's got 18 from 13. Adair has got 15 from 19. They're going along okay, if not spectacularly, at 38 in the 6th over, being bowled by Jamie Overton. Again, it's fired in towards leg stump as trying to prevent Sterling from freeing the arms and hitting through the offside.
Every time,
Flicks it to leg and gets 1.
Every time, and I'll bow to your greater knowledge of pronunciation of Irish names. But
Yeah.
You see, I would be calling him Adair, where you're calling him Adair, and I keep thinking of Brazil's
Oh
exciting number
well,
11
one of
shirt.
my favourite players of all time. I was 10 years old, and I think I just developed this massive man crush on Adair.
He was good,
Still
wasn't he?
one of the most
Was it-
glorious. And that volley from the edge of the area.
Was it the locks? Was it the locks?
It was the locks, the skin, and his, well, balletic grace, if I can use that word again. This strikes Adair about the person, runs down to third, and I think they came through for one there, didn't they? For one leg by.
No, it says naught on the thing.
They didn't go. I wonder
didn't
why
go.
they didn't go. It crashed into the helmet. Maybe he was a bit dazed after that. He should have got one.
That was about the last time Brazil were any good. to be
Oh, they
fair.
did. They did win the
They
World
did win it in '94 as well.
Well, that's what I mean. But I mean,
But '82 we're talking about.
82.
yeah, no, sorry, I'm
Talking
thinking
about the side with
Yeah.
Zico,
Socrates,
Junior.
Junior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Taffarel.
they were good up
Taffarel.
until
Who was the blonde-haired midfielder? I should.
The Falcao.
Falcao.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what a player he
He
was.
One with the bursting veins when he scored that goal against
yeah.
France. Was it that game? No, Italy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The
it was Italy, it was the
Paolo
Rossi
Rossi
game.
hat-trick.
Yeah.
Oh, memories. Anyway, here in Malahide we have a bit of a break because Adair has taken that blow, cannoned into his grill, so we've got to go through the protocol.
He's having a concussion test here to say who's your captain. If he says Socrates, he's
Yeah.
coming
Oh,
off.
hang on a minute.
He's coming off. In fact, if he says who's the opposition captain, and he says Jacob Battle, he said, "No, that can't be true. You're coming off."
We have a close-up of England's latest and youngest captain, or youngest captain for about 130 years or so. And there's been a bit of outrage about it, hasn't there? Because he's played so little cricket, but I can't get too cross about
I
it.
can't get too cross.
Lots of people out of the side, and he's been earmarked as a future star.
Yeah,
so
why
what's
why
wrong
not?
with?
I
What's
mean,
wrong with it?
I might have given it to little Sammy Curran, but no problem with Bethel.
Adair is ready to face again. This time he's going to get 4 leg buys as it sort of brushes his left hip on its way through. But I can't stop it, and it races away to fine leg for one of these.
Absolute garbage from Overton.
that was a four.
Well, you
wasn't
can
they,
see-
guys, even?
You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to avoid giving them any width outside the offside, or the opportunity to play through the offside. But it does mean he's firing it down leg more often than not. Let's see what happens here. It's the final ball of the over. Again, it's fired down, but this time Adair gives himself room successfully, dances down the pitch a bit, and carves it over extra cover. It's gone all the way. That I didn't think he did it that well, but he has, and he's gone for 6, and that takes Ireland to 49. So yeah,
where were we up
Not
to?
impressive from Overton. 22 from his first 2, and he might have a little rest there, I think, after that.
He's not no pace. He's not driving through the crease or anything. I don't understand it. But anyway,
Muttley, do we have Muttley saying hello?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't read Muttley out. I saw he'd written him, but I didn't get
Afternoon
round to it.
primates, love and sausages.
Woof woof.
Mike Rochburns. Yes, of course. Says thank you to Gorillas for presenting neatly, well dressed today. Trump Fest today. Make sure you check it out at the Windsor Castle. No, I'm not going down there.
No.
I'm sure lots of people will be protesting. Man's a wanker.
I do note that they sent a limousine anyway.
He's brought his own helicopter. Anyway, let's not talk about him.
No.
Adil Rashid is coming on to bowl.
Oh, better go
for,
under.
for England, taking lots of wickets in any form of limited overs cricket in recent times. England's standout performer. He starts with an absolute pie, though. It's been whacked back over his head for 6. A full toss. Sterling takes full toll.
From this man.
Adil Rashid on the 45. 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 Adil can turn it both ways. Adil can turn it.
Geezer.
Adil can turn it both ways. Adil can turn it. Geezer. Adil can turn it both ways. Adil can turn it on the 45.
Just a couple of observations after this ball.
Being bowled by Adil Rashid. This time he does land it, and I think he does. It's no run, by the way. It squirts out to.
He did what
Point.
a spinner should do after a bad ball, which is he dried the ball with a towel,
Yeah.
saying, "Look, it slipped." But actually, the issue he had with the first ball is I don't think he completed his action. I don't think he went through at all.
No.
I think he just had the timing all wrong.
I think we have an Indo with us, Gary,
Oh,
now.
right,
So,
hello.
if you wouldn't mind, hello, an Indo. This is turned into the leg side by Sterling, where they through for a comfortable single. Have you been watching the start of this game in Indo so far?
No, I haven't actually. I was in a meeting. I just got back. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
No problem
Just
at all.
checking if you'd been following the action. That's all. I'm just going to swap headsets. One moment.
I did see the score a couple of overs ago, and it seems to have multiplied.
Well, yeah.
Adair cuts this one through just forward of point. He's going to get one. Sorry, attempting very deftly to move seats
Oh, look
here.
at that. A very fine pirouette, Grub.
Thank you very much.
How are you in Indo?
All well, thank you. And how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Getting by.
Excellent.
Sterling facing up to Rashid this time, a leg break that just hurries him a little bit, but he's back in his crease playing it defensively. No run this time. The score is 57 without loss. We're in the 7th over, 1 ball left of it. Being
I
bowled
don't
by.
know about you, gentlemen,
Yep.
but it seems like I've been watching Sterling since I started watching cricket.
I know, I was saying at the toss, when he stood next to Jacob Bethel, it was like watching a dads v lads kind of match. This is full, driven with no timing to extra cover, and no run. So it stays 57 without loss after 7. What do you make of Jacob Bethel? We've been having a bit of a chat about him. What do you make about him being made captain for this series? And then
Well, they've tried everyone else. So,
There was an interesting. Well, there wasn't an interesting chat because I didn't find it that interesting about strategy in T20s that we were going on about. This is nonsense. Absolute fucking nonsense.
oh, come on.
Strategy. Strategy.
Between you and Fred.
well, what I will say, I mean, Owen Morgan is held up as being one of England's great captains. But really, in the 50 over game that culminated in England winning the World Cup in 2019, it was a lot by numbers, I think. Overton is starting a new. Oh no, sorry, we're just seeing some highlights of the first 7 overs. Bit of a Tony there.
It's all by numbers.
So
the
you know,
short
it would
stuff.
be well. We'll open the bowling with
exactly.
Jofra and Wokes. We'll bring on Adil Rashid as soon as the power play's finished. Dawson starting a new over. There's a big appeal for a caught behind. They think they heard something. It was taken by Joss Butler. The umpire defers making any sort of gesture because he doesn't want to influence the decision. Is there going to be a DRS
Doesn't look like
review?
it.
No, I don't think they've
So classic one where they went, yeah, it's definitely out. Do you want to review it? No. So in that case, it should be given a white. Well, unless he thinks it clipped the pad, it looks like it might just have clipped the thigh pad on its way through. All right, nothing doing. This is swept. It's gone quite high in the air. He looks like he might be out here, Adair, out into deep mid wicket where it is taken successfully pouched by Phil Salt. That's the first wicket. Adair goes for 26, and it's Liam Dawson with the breakthrough.
We're nice.
The crowd
I want to
says,
bet.
The crowd says you're out.
Did you go under as soon as Adil Rashid came on?
Yes. Well, no, I didn't actually. Fortunately, I was too slow to get the 6, which was a bit beneficial.
So you
to
timed it brilliantly,
Yes.
in other words. So it's been an up and down innings for Adair. He scored 26 valuable runs from 25, but he did take that painful blow to the grill. Hope he's all right. Played nicely though, along with Sterling. Any 50 partnership plus is pretty handy in T20 cricket, but they will want to up the rate, won't they? They'll need a very competitive score somewhere north of 170. I think they'll be targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go back to the discussion since you brought it up there on strategy. I think any sport in any format needs strategy. So it's crazy to say that they're just going to score as many runs as possible. Yeah, then I mean there's no difference between any kind of cricket because that's the ultimate premise of cricket. That you've got to score more runs than the others, you've got to take more wickets than the others. That's all, and then you win. That's just
Well, you've got to bowl a side out twice, haven't you, in Test cricket and two innings cricket?
I mean,
whereas
so
it's just a case of scoring more runs in limited overs cricket. So it is slightly different objectives, but it's how you do it.
That's why it's a different format, right?
Yeah,
it's how you do it exactly. That's there is. There is a method in that.
Yeah,
and how
but when you add into that the
It's
fact
how you go about doing it.
Well, yeah, but when you add into the fact that you've only got 20 overs, it reduces your possible strategies by an awful lot.
Harry Tector has come in at number 3 for Ireland, and he gets a full ball from
but
Dawson,
then-
which he drives to mid-off,
Well,
and there's no run.
Because
I don't know
essentially,
if you've been watching the Asia Cup. You probably haven't. But that's what I was talking. That was the context. Sorry, I'll go on after.
Flighted this time from Dawson and driven to the man who's gone back towards the fence to long off, and they get one.
Yeah, I there was one game I watched, and it was UAE versus someone, and UAE, or was it UAE or someone, and they had some really slow spinners, and the commentators were banging on about, oh, this is the new thing because they've got really slow spinners. I was like, probably they're just not as good as other
It's
spinners.
slow spinners because it's Dubai. I mean,
Yeah.
the fucking pitch is like that, right? So it's normal pitch.
Sterling down the track, and he bangs Dawson back over his head. It's going to be fielded though because the men are back there now that we're out of the power play, and I think they'll be back for a couple. They are. Yeah, I would draw a distinction between strategy, which, I mean, let's use the obvious example of Stokes and McCullum, how they want to play the game of Test cricket over a long period of time across lots of different games.
Absolutely.
And then
That's a completely different.
Yeah. Sterling back in his crease and timing this, hammering it over long off. Doesn't matter how far back the fielder is there, that's sailed about 15 rows back. 6 runs.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I mean, within a game, I mean, like, for example, in the power play, you've only got 2 players out. You just got to try and make sure you bowl somewhere where they can only hit it to the fielders in the deep. But I mean, and the batsmen.
Yeah, that's a very short-term tactic you're talking about. Of course, I mean that's not what I was talking about. It is about how you approach the game, and different teams are approaching the game differently. And that is what I was trying to point out. That the strategy lies in how you're approaching each game in a T20, how you're approaching T20 itself. And different teams are doing it differently.
Well, let's use.
But
Let's use
to a certain degree, doesn't that come down to the resources you've got?
Yeah, it does. But the resources will help
Of
you to
course.
execute whatever strategy you come up with. So let's take Sri Lanka as an example. In the early to mid 90s, saw how the game of one-day cricket was being played. Thought, why don't we receive wisdom is you can only score a certain amount of runs in the first 10 or 12 overs or whatever. We're gonna change that. We're going to try and score more runs in that period of time. And to help us do that, we're going to play pinch hits at the top of the order. Right. So there was a tactic
So
that helped you to execute a strategy.
Completely changed it.
Yeah. Rashid, he's got a slip in place this time. Tector is forward and playing up towards mid-on. Rashid does his own fielding, no run.
Yeah, no, I accept that, but I just think
That's all I was trying to say. I wouldn't say there's any great brain surgery about it.
You've got to have a plan for sure.
Yeah.
Tector facing up to Adil Rashid, flighted, and he lofts it back over his head. One bounce fielded by the man running round from mid-on.
Didn't really
or long on.
look like he knew what was really going on there.
No, he was beaten in the flight a bit there and went through with the shot anyway. But got away with it, got 1 run.
How long has Rashid been playing? It must be 15 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah, but he's 37, I think, now, Adil Rashid.
That was really slow.
But he's just as good now as he ever was. Sterling bangs this one high. Is he going to be caught on the boundary? He's going to be caught on the boundary. Yep. It's Will Jacks there on the long on. Boundary takes a comfortable catch. Didn't quite time that one. But again, he's got his team off to a pretty decent start. 34 from 21. The big man and the captain scored. And that takes the score to 67 for 2.
Another one bites the dust.
Is that the end of the hour?
I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
What have we got? Stephen Kelk says Grubby almost sang the 4. That was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
To catch up. 23 is the first prime number above 20. So seemed a good candidate to me. I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, I'm saying that the GPL is open.
Oh,
but it shuts in about 8 minutes because we forgot to mention it. You know how it works.
Get your GPL bets in.
Get your GPL. How many runs will be scored in the day?
Yeah.
Guesstimates. Informed opinions. Yes, otherwise it would be straight gambling, wouldn't it? You can't do that. So do that, and if you get it on the nose, you shall win. I think the pot's about 116 quid, if I'm correct, something like that. 113 pounds.
Amount.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's worth winning. We've had a few entries. Andre Nuevo's in. He's had 3 entries. But you know what to do.
I'll tell you who else is in. Lorcan Tucker. Lorcan Tucker is in at number 4 for Ireland.
Let me see if I can find a jingle for him. Lorc and Tucker should be in here. There he is.
Lorcan Tucker. He's just Lorcan Tucker. If you don't know how to do it, we'll show you Lorcan Tucker.
His first ball is wide from Adil Rashid, deliberately so, and driven out to wide long off for a single.
Who was in at number 3? Texer.
Harry Taxi, yeah.
You haven't had a jingle for him, I know.
Talking about spinners, they do get better with age, right, with experience.
Oh, Adil Rashid certainly has. He's as good now as he ever was. He's England's best bowler by a mile. As he gets planted into the cow corner stand for 6 runs. Every time I sing his praises, he gets whacked for 6.
Oh well. Every time I go for an under after he's been hit for 6, it seems to work. So
yeah, well, it's a good partnership then. He bowls once more. He's kept faith with the slip though. Back in his crease goes Texter. He carves this one square of the wicket on the offside for just the one.
Bowling short and getting carted is part of being a leg spinner.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I mean, if you look at his figures in that the one-day series against South Africa recently, where England got smashed in the first, lost the second, and won the third. I mean, his figures overall was something like 8 for 80 across the whole series.
Yeah,
extraordinary stuff. And he bowled his full complement of overs. Ridiculous. So, yeah, he's very much England's premier bowler in these forms of the game. The score currently is 75 for 2 after 9 overs. So, on course for that 170 or thereabouts if they accelerate in the manner you'd expect. And we've got another change of bowling here. England's second leggy in the side. Rian Ahmed has come on. Bowls his first ball now. A slightly busier action than Adil. This one is swatted through the offside and some untidy fielding on the boundary there. Just palms the ball onto the rope and it goes for 4. Sam Curran with the 4 effort that time.
I've now figured out why the number 23 was in the conversation.
Something to do with David Beckham?
No, in darts, what is the lowest number that cannot be scored with a single dart?
Oh yeah, 23, yeah. A bit flatter this time from Rian Ahmed, just 1 run as Texter plays it through the offside. Lovely bright sunshine there in Malahide now. Looks delightful.
Not like London.
A few pints of Gibneys going down.
Oh, I'm sure.
Remember the Gibneys? Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was remembering that when we had our we had Curtis Camphor on the pod this week.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about Gibneys, and I just remember that terrible U2 mural on the wall.
I don't remember.
Do you not remember?
Well, I didn't go to Gibneys Bar. I drank a lot of Gibneys, but maybe not in Gibneys Bar. This ball is full and wide and just driven under edge really back to the bowler by Tucker. No run.
There's this mural of U2 and it's like, who the fuck is that? They're totally unrecognisable.
This is driven up to long off this time by Tucker. He gets 1 more. When we went to Almaty in Kazakhstan, so my brother-in-law lived there for 5 years. He and his family lived there for 5 years.
Wow.
And we went to Gorky Park in Almaty. Not a place I'd ever have gone to if we didn't have relatives
Gorky
there.
Park, that's a famous film.
Well, yeah, but there's a Gorky Park in Almaty as well, and there's the worst statues of the Beatles you've ever seen. Only the fact that there's a plaque underneath it. That you think, really? This is cut backward of point for 1
Does
more.
it look very Kazakh?
Well, Almaty as a whole, half of it looks very European, big wide avenue type roads, and half of it looks very Asian. So a lot of the churches and religious buildings look like they could be.
No, I meant the Beatles.
The Beatles themselves just look weird. This is driven. It's a full ball. It's a better effort on the boundary this time by Sam Curran. It does prevent a couple of runs, I think. Just a couple that time, diving across. That's the end of my stint. I think I'm off for a bit now.
No, you're not.
I'm not?
No.
Why not?
Because you're on for this. You're out. It's Gary, Will and Grubby. No, you're coming here because I'm off.
Why don't I give this to Gary?
Hiya. How's everyone?
Say hi, Will.
Yeah, there's seldom much time for the ritual dance of us swapping places in a T20, is there?
How are you doing, Will? You okay?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Still basking in the glory of the weekend. With due apologies
So
to any
happy.
Lancashire fans in the vicinity.
Yeah, and there are. Will, you look You look like Karen Carpenter singing Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft, if you know that video, because you seem to have space behind you. Not space with a small s, but space with a large s.
Yeah. I can tell you that planet Earth is blue, but there's nothing I can do.
Well, here's Sam Curran, who's red, playing for England, and this is just dropped and run to point. And through for 8 single. Ireland are 85 for 2, 1 ball after the halfway mark. Lorcan Tucker has 4, and Harry Tector, isn't it? It is Harry Tector.
It is Harry, yeah.
Has 16. The Wasp, for what it's worth, is telling us 173. I'd be quite well under that. I mean,
no, I think they can have aspirations of 170 plus for sure.
Well, I think 170 would be good from here. As Curran is in, he's on the pads, and it's a failed attempt to clip it to backward square. Instead, it goes to a deal on the 45 off the pad.
Well, Gary, all I would say, if they're still only 2 down after 12 overs, that's when the rule kicks in and double the score.
Double the score, is it?
60%, like 30 overs in the 50 over game.
I think England have got a few tricks up their sleeves.
What have you made of it so far, Will?
I mean, I think it's been a very kind of classic Ireland 2020, I think.
Down the leg side from Sam Curran, dismal piece of wicket keeping from Joss Butler, and that is as poor a boundary as you will ever see. A wide, a really bit of schoolboy, I think, wicket keeping from Joss Butler. It did bounce in front of him, but you know,
it seemed to spin, didn't it, on that second bounce?
You've got to get your body behind the ball. His body went in front of the ball. He sort of waved a hand at it and sent it to the boundary. Not really very good, but Sam Curran is back in, and this is another drop and run to point. So it's a pretty good over from Ireland without having to do anything really.
Carrying like this, and might get 200.
Well, quite.
Yeah, that'd make it interesting.
I think my main sort of thoughts have just been about how I feel very much like Paul Sterling these days.
In what way?
About 10 years older than everyone you're playing cricket with.
Yeah.
Here is Curran again, left arm over, drop and run, but this time there was just too much bat on it. Somewhat paradoxically, it went finer though, and the man in the John T. Rhodes position fielded. So a welcome dot ball after 4 deliveries that have yielded runs.
Are we happy Curran's back in the side? I am.
I really don't.
No, a naysayer.
Curran's.
A Sammy naysayer, no problem.
Yeah.
A bit of swing there for Curran, but it swings all the way onto the face of the bat, and it's clipped to the vacant fine leg for one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there isn't much margin for error if you're trying to tuck her up, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you should really be doing better. England have been 2 leg side in this bowling performance ever since I said England were bowling well. Actually,
Jamie Overton certainly was.
Yeah.
Trying to do the same thing.
Curran's in again, and this is a much better ball. It does allow the batsman to swing at it, but it's a swing with no ping through to the keeper. It's the end of the 11th over, 96 for 2. Tucker has 8. Tector on strike has 17. And we have your socials.
I don't.
Okay. Leah says, so what do you think about the handshake controversy, Aninda? That is a point. Has Aninda actually said anything about that? Rebov says, has the Everton window shifted because of the prime number inviting Judd Trump to Britain again?
I love mention of Judd Trump on the show.
Is that a euphemism for the Tangerine Tyrant? In which case,
no,
it's Judd.
Well, actually, okay, maybe it is. I don't know because I didn't write it, but obviously there's Judd Trump, the former world snooker champ.
He's. I was going to say he's not very Trumpian as a Trump.
He does like to play naughty snooker though. Judd, that is.
Well, Liam Dawson is back. Every time I look up, Liam Dawson seems to be bowling.
The game's moving on a pace.
Amazingly, it's only the 3rd of his allocation of 4, but he's in again, and this is again shot into the pads, but Tector was moving away to give himself room, but didn't move far enough, that hence had no room. Clipped it to mid-wicket where Phil Salt did the fielding. 1 run taken.
End of this over, we're going to double the score as long as they've only lost 2 wickets, and that will be the prediction.
I can't see it, but
you're probably right, but we're going to do it for fun.
Yep, we're going to do it for fun.
In the name of entertainment.
Another huge step away early from Lorcan Tucker. He's followed by the bowler, but he still gets it down to fine leg, and they're through for one of these. 4. The trouble with bowling that leg stump line is that any kind of bat at all, and it's going to go pretty quick to what looks like a fairly short boundary down there at fine leg. He's in again, is Liam Dawson. That's on middle stump, and it's just pushed to the man running in from the long on boundary, who is the tall Overton. The idea, of course, is that long on, you're most likely to have to leap in the air and pour the ball back into the field of play, or indeed leap up and take a catch. And England if it's not too much of a convolution, are short on tall players. This is pushed also to Overton. It's a much more leisurely single there, and Ireland have the 100 up. I should have mentioned that. They're now 103 for 2. The Wasp creeping up to 181. As Dawson's in again, and this is a very slow delivery, and he backs away, does Lorcan Tucker. It takes an eternity to get to him, but he only finds Will Jacks on the long off boundary, and they're through for a single. Have you seen any difference in Jacob Bethel's captaincy so far from whoever captained the last match?
From Harry Brook?
Is it Harry Brook? I
think he's probably done exactly what Harry Brook would have done.
Yeah. Dawson's in again, and this is punched down the ground. That's a beautiful shot from Harry Tector. He backed away, but this time he played with an immaculately straight bat over the batsman's head. There's always room there. One of these.
And never mind Wasp, the rule says 216.
216.
Can you imagine?
I think not. Will, have we got any messages?
Messages. I was just going to say, I think it probably helps that Bethel's got Rash and Butler out there. India won't shake hands with Stokes either, says Rhubarb. Stephen Kelk says, so now Dream 11 are in trouble. Will the GPL become the new sponsor of India? That would be amazing. We'd make a load of money and, sell our souls.
Rashid's in over the wicket, and this is a swipe across the line from Lorcan Tucker. He misses it, and Butler collects the ball successfully. The run rate is now, for all you Chinese watchers out there, 8.88. Now's the time to enter the GPL, I think, if it's still open. This is a huge moon ball from Adil Rashid, which didn't get much below chest height and was hit baseball style over the fence for one of these.
Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6.
I mean, whisper it, but Adil has not bowled well here.
Well, it's not the first full toss he's bowled, and this one very nearly, if it isn't actually, a no ball.
For some reason, the camera wasn't available to us there because the director was doing something else. But the ball was just, it was a fuller ball, quicker ball, I think, just pushed to short extra, and there is no run. Took it on 20 now, and he attempts a horrible, what would you call that, a kind of sweep from well outside off stump, and he missed it, nearly fell over and didn't.
That was more like Adil.
Yeah.
Not the length to sweep, really.
No.
Possibly even saw him going down, just spun it past him.
He's back in again. That's a superb ball. It goes straight on, and yes, there's a LBW appeal in the affirmative. He absolutely stitched them up like a kipper there, and the man I want to call Rod Tucker, but is actually Lorcan Tucker. Is he going to review it? I think he has reviewed it, but I can tell you, mate, it's hitting middle stump about 3/4 of the way up.
I was definitely in. Were you definitely in? I don't know.
It was just a length ball, wasn't it, Grubby, that pitched on middle, probably would have, as I say, I think it's hitting middle.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it's
turned a little bit, but most deliveries have turned a little on that length.
I can't see it missing, that's for sure.
Absolutely can't see it. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of an inside edge, but if you were at the T20 on Saturday, you'll know that an inside edge is not necessarily a reason not to uphold the LBW decision. Ask Liam Livingston.
I think that really shows the importance of Rush, because he'd bowled, a couple of pretty dodgy balls.
Ooh, yeah, but we're just looking at it here. It could just be going past off stump here.
We've been wrong before.
We've been wrong before.
We've been wrong before.
I think it is.
And we'll be wrong again.
At best, this is going to be umpire's call. What's caught us out really is that the ball has turned a fair bit, and that's due to it pitching a little shorter than expected. I don't think height's going to be an issue, even though it's hit him above the knee roll. I do think line may be an issue. This may just be fizzing past the off stump. It may just be getting an umpire's call. But having a look here, it's pitch middle. It's hit. Impact is in line, and it's missing.
Oh my good God! We've been wrong before. We're wrong again.
We're wrong again. I mean, that is missing by the tiniest degree. The corner of the bail there. I would suggest that was no bad decision on the part of the umpire.
But it is wrong.
No.
But it has been shown to not even be umpire's call. And the next ball is punched to mid-wicket, where I think they're going to come back for 2 here. No, they're not. Jacob Bethel was fielding. It's more scrappy stuff in the field, actually. It's the captain flinging the ball in nowhere near either end.
It's got a bit
of frustration.
Bit of an end-of-season feel to it, this game.
It does. They'll be taking them out and reading them a story in the playground later.
Playing Kaplunk.
Yeah. So, some more messages?
Leah's just saying how annoying YouTube is because it keeps crashing. I completely agree. I don't know what they've done to it. Farong says Curran is only in the team as a one-on-one bowling replacement for the lad who is having a rest. That's true.
I think he's an important player for the squad, Curran, personally.
He was the player of the tournament in the World T20 in Australia, wasn't he? And he brings left arm variation, and he's these days a reliable batter. So
anyway, here's our favourite.
Yeah, here's Jamie Overton, the case for whom is harder to make. He has none for 22 off his 2 overs. And again, Ireland batters give themselves room, Lorcan Tucker, and then sort of pushes it to what's not really a short extra. I'd be having a short extra in, wouldn't you? It's
but also,
extra cover
I'm thinking, what are you bowl if they're continually backing away as they're doing? You've got to trust your sort of middle and off Yorker length, haven't you?
Yorker,
fire in a Yorker
base of the off stump.
Base to the off stump.
Yeah. The other way to do it is to go round the wicket, and then much harder to back away and give yourself room. That's down the leg side. It takes a little bit of the pad, and Butler gets his feet right in this instance, and fields the ball. So Jamie Overton has a 1 and a dot. He'll take that all day long in the 14th over. Because you can't bowl the 14th over all day long. You can only bowl the 14th over for 5 minutes.
Just the once. That's the convention.
Yeah.
Unless you've got yourself a time machine.
Here is Jamie Overton. An attempted ramp. The first attempted ramp we've seen there from Harry Tactor. He seemed to miss it by a distance. He was taken aback there because we haven't seen many short deliveries, have we?
No.
And
another thing to try.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the film Hot Tub Time Machine?
No, I haven't seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
Neither have I. It sounds to me like one of those films that someone just wrote something down on a piece of paper, like Snakes on a Plane. Yeah. And it ended up getting a whole film made about it.
Yes.
God, I wish it was like that now.
Here is Overton again. It's short. It's down the leg side, and it just sits there to be hit and it is hit. For some reason, the camera is picking out Ray and Ahmed. He wasn't fielding it. It was the man at fine leg who was fielding it, and they're through for a single. Yeah, I often think there are some sports writers who start off with a particular phrase, and then regardless of what they're writing about.
Rob Smythe. He's good, Rob Smythe.
Rob wouldn't be my first one, but there are some.
Yeah.
One or two of them have admitted such to me. That's the kind of ball we were looking for there, Grubby. So you can say that one.
Oh, it was full. I think it was an attempted Yorker. It was probably actually a full toss, but he just missed it, Tucker.
But he backed away, and then
he did back away.
Couldn't get towards it. So gave himself too much room. For those of you looking forward, like I am, to seeing the Spinal Tap follow-up, you might know the reference of too much when they're at Graceland. As Overton is in the game, he goes wide on the crease and he spears that at the retreating feet of Lorcan Tucker. I don't know where it is, but it's because the cameraman doesn't know where it is. We can take that as a single. I mean, it really is bloody shambolic from TNT, this.
Retreating feet, the lesser-known single from Mud.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going with Careless Whisper there.
No.
Retreating feet have got no rhythm. Let's hear your messages, Will.
Stephen Kelk says, is that humble pie tasty, Gary? I think that's about there.
It was both of us. Both of us were convinced that was out. That previous one.
And you will always have humble pie on this program. We are not fence sitters. If you want people to sit on the fence and say he's going to be disappointed with that, and that could go either way, there are plenty of other commentary services. We will stand by our.
We'll say it like it is.
Opinions.
Right. So this fella's coming back into the attack.
He's in left arm and he's hoiked to cow corner, and there's nobody at cow corner, which seems somewhat surprising as Tom Banton sort of escorts a couple of bouncers and into the fence. One of them. And I ought to say that if we do get pelters in return, we take them, because that's
fine.
How it is.
As I say, we've been wrong before, we'll be wrong again.
And I tell you, if you're relying on this camera work, we're going to be wrong plenty of times in this series. I can tell you, because we barely see anything.
It's worse than all of the county streams.
I would agree. Lorcan Tucker is on strike. That's a good ball from Luke Wood. That's what England should be doing more of. The reason it's a good ball is that Lorcan Tucker backed away, as Ireland have done over and over again, to give themselves room. And Luke Wood looked at the blue line and bowled it at the blue line. And therefore Tucker could not get across to it.
Well, I think it's more difficult to back away when you're facing this kind of left arm over bowler, because he's going across you anyway.
Which is why England should have gone round the wicket with the likes of Overton.
Sure. Or just bowl better.
Yeah, or just bowl better. Wood's in again, and this is right in the slot. That's maybe he was expecting him to back away again, but he didn't bowl it wide enough, and all he needs to do is get bat on that with a free swing, and it's one of these. I think when you look at being as easy as that to hit the seamers, you have to think that Phil Salt, Joss Butler and others are going to do some damage here.
Yep.
It's going to be carnage.
Wood's in, and this is short, and it's fetched from outside off stump. It pitches and jumps at the man at cow corner, who is the captain. Would you have the captain at cow corner? Through for...
He's thinking outside the box already.
Yeah.
We should question him about strategy and tactics.
I think we should. I mean, there are four... Oh, maybe it wasn't the captain who's out there, because he's now talking to his bowler, so maybe I've done him a disservice.
He is quick.
There. Yeah, he is quick.
Can someone explain to me why we've got this big kink in the boundary, by the way? As we're looking at the moment, it's sort of wide, long on, and it doesn't. The rope doesn't go in a straight line. It sort of bends in for about 10 yards.
Don't kink shame Grubbs.
Wood's in again, and this is well outside off stump, and he just throws his hands at it here. Luke Wood is being outthought by Harry Tector and the Irish batsmen, because they're no longer backing away, and therefore the ball that is an attempt to be out of reach, as that ball was, is instead pretty much in the slot, and any kind of bat on it is going to go to the boundary.
You notice that Luke Wood looks like the place-holding avatar that you have when you'd like to start a RPG game.
I'll have to take your word for that, my friend.
Yeah,
he certainly looks. I was going to give it some sort of 1930s classic film reference, but yours is better for the kids.
It's a very sharp haircut as usual. One ball left in the over, one ball left in our stint. That is also wide and full, and he gets away with that. That was very marginal on the blue line, but he'll be happy with the dot. 133 for 2. Lorcan Tucker has 34. Harry Tector has 28. 170 is definitely on.
It's on.
Will, you can bring us some messages?
Oh yeah, okay. So Muttley's blaming me for YouTube crashing because I jinxed it. I definitely did jinx it. A witch. Eric is being asked by Leah whether he saw the interview that Leah sent to Eric. And that is about it. Pirate Badshaw says 6. That 6 was 3 meters to my right. That's cool.
That's cool. You should have gone for a catch. Well, Dawson is going to bowl. He's into his final over. His first ball is very full. Tucker again goes outside his leg stump. Mistimes it up to long on, though. Gets a single.
So how many runs do you reckon? 50?
Well, I went under 183.5, which is going to be quite tight. If England get a couple of wickets, I can imagine it being 170. If England don't get wickets, they could get 190 here. It all depends how many sixes they hit, really. Because they don't seem to get a lot in between. They either miss it or hit it. Funny that.
So since I don't understand anything about betting, so what's the half for?
It's because then either I win or they win, because you can't score half a run, right? So it's either 183, in which case I win, or it's 184 or above, and they win. That was a wide. Thrown up. There's always halves in all of bets, really.
Honestly, below 184 would automatically mean 183. I don't think you need the half.
Well, no, because then
under 184.
Well, yeah, but then I don't know.
That would be too easy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you could word it differently, I suppose. 184 and under. That one is that was 2 out to cow corner. Big swipe by Harry Tector. He's on 30 off 21. Tucker's 35 off 25. So they're going at a decent clip, these two. That one's a full bunger. It's gone out. Slightly mistimed out to the deep again. Salt gets it. It'll only get 1 this time.
Yeah, the bowling hasn't really been world class, though.
No, it hasn't. I don't know what the temperature is out there, but I can't imagine it's particularly warm. I imagine it's 13 or 14 degrees, maybe 15 if you're lucky. Not great if you're a spinner.
12 and 15.
Again, that's wide and full and driven hard, but straight out to Will Jacks at wide long off for a single. It's not bad fourth over, really. It's only gone for at this end of the game, including a wide 6 with 1 ball to go. And Ireland will be looking for more than that. They'll be looking at least 10 and over they'll want for the last 4. Tempted reverse Hoik. Gets it past point, and then we don't see where the fielder is. I think he saved it. This fucking camera work is appalling. They come back for 3. I think Sam Curran saved it on a deep point boundary. But we couldn't exactly see.
The camera works like this. Someone on their iPhone 16 taking.
Well, they just
videos.
They're just not very good at following the ball, are they, or anticipating where the shot is? No, he did definitely stop that at the Sam Curran. They have got it from a different angle. So that could be the director.
Irish broadcaster.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, TNT are paying the money. They should be able to hire. You know, even if you take people over from England, it's only a short hop and a 60 quid flight.
And you know, it's not like this is the first game that's been at Malahide, you know?
No.
Like, there definitely are, you know, camera operators in Ireland that have done cricket before.
I've seen club games with better camera coverage.
Well, yeah, exactly. Precisely that.
Anytime it goes through the field, well, sometimes
the line,
the 30-yard line, you can't see the ball anymore.
No, exactly. And it's terrible. And not only that, I mean, half the time the cameraman's thinking it's gone out to the. He's not watching the ball. He thinks it's got because of the shot. He's going out on the leg side, and he's got an edge, and it's gone out to the off.
Too many free beers.
Well, possibly. But it is quite poor. Anyway, Sankaran has got 2 left. Presumably he's going to bowl out. They've only lost 2 wickets, Ireland. He should be able to really go for it, but they haven't really managed to catch hold of it.
Wickets in the shed.
Well, that's just clunked. That's a terrible shot, horrible shot, really, from Tector. Sort of
He could
didn't go through with it and ended up
to
sort
be
of
fair.
half slapping it. No, he's a tall lad. He had reached it. I mean, he nearly spliced it up to long off a single. Adil Rashid's in a kind of leg slip almost.
But Sam Curran's using all the English bowlers are using the width of the pitch to their advantage.
Yeah.
They're putting it as far down the side of the pitch as they can.
Well, it's quite interesting how that's again thrown wide and driven out into the deep. It'll just be the 1 run. You know, when you play your Indias and everyone else, most of the time they're trying to get across the offside to work it into the leg side. These Irish boys, they're all going outside leg stump trying to play inside out and everything, which is a bit of a change. You know, something you don't often see so much.
Is that like a South African thing? Because a lot of these boys are sort of, you know.
No, I don't think it is. I don't, because South Africa certainly weren't doing it. That's into the pads and they'll go to leg by.
I didn't know whether it was, you know how like the Aussies catch weirdly, and I didn't know whether it was like a training thing that came from somewhere.
No, I think they're just going inside out because it's just so far away that being angled completely across them.
Yeah, really weird.
Well, I mean, there's nothing much you can do from that, with that. I mean, it's just really wide. England's just playing with the edge of the legal bowling limit.
Again, that was thrown up wide and it's strappled down to mid-on. Jacks is up on the edge of the circle, so it'll only be 1 run. I mean, it's 4 or 4 this over, which is pretty good for England.
Yeah.
In the 17th. Could all be destroyed by a couple of boundaries, of course. Will Sam Curran try to moon ball? Hasn't bowled one for a little while. Wow. They must be thinking it's coming along sooner or later. That's short into the pitch and walloped. Got hold of that one, detector, and there is that 4 that was desperately needed.
That is the most bizarre boundary line.
I know. They just got a little. It's like there's a little hump in the boundary.
S-shaped boundary.
Yeah. It's very. It does seem a little bit odd. And I can't quite make out why it is, unless. I mean, the boundary behind it doesn't seem to do the same exaggerated S. That was thrown up wide again. Would have been a wide if it had left it. Instead, it's a single out into the deep. So that will end up being 9 off the over. Not so bad, but 151 for 2. It's going to be close on my 183. Need a wicket.
Yeah.
Adil Rashid going to bowl out now. 18 runs to reach. Harry Tector needs 18 runs to reach 1500 T20I runs.
Richard Purvis is asking you what your predictions for tonight are in the Champions League.
Oh, we got
saying 2-1.
Yeah, Atletico, isn't it? They're quite tricky. They can be obstinate, but it is at Liverpool. Yeah, I'm going to go 2 or 3-1. They might not score actually. It could be 2-0.
Yeah. Do you know? I was all right with. I was really happy to get out with a 2-0 last night.
Yeah.
Because
all you've got to do is win games in the group phase.
Like, yeah, but it's a difficult place to go, isn't it? All those Basque clubs are a bit kind of.
Yeah, they're pretty full
tricky.
on. Well, Adil Rashid is coming in. First ball is pretty flat and straight, and it's just played up too long on. Where Jamie Overton is fielding, and it'll be the 1 run. No full tosses this over from Adil Rashid would be nice. The beard is ever growing longer. Bowling to Lorcan Tucker, who goes back, punches it out wide to long off. They might think about 2, they do, but they can't get it. Good bit of fielding out there by Will Jacks. 153 for 2. Tucker is on 39. Tector on 41. Wasp says 182, which is good for me. But I don't want it going over that. Adil Rashid is in. That's again straight. He's picked that one up, and he's picked it up all the way by the looks of things. It's gone over Cow, and it's got him the 6 runs that they really needed. Good shot from Tucker. Just picked it up.
Yeah.
It was reasonably full, and it was tossed up, and he just played through the line, really. Freed his arms and caught it. Good shot out to the VIP area for 6 runs. Adil Rashid this time bowls flat. Pulls it out to the man at Cow and just gets a single. They can't stop the singles. England could do with taking a wicket or 2 in this last 3 overs just to slow down the run rate. That's a reverse hoik by Tucker. Nearly carried all the way out to little Sari Curran out on the point boundary, cover boundary. Out, moves on to 48.
So their shots have either been going to cover or Cow.
Yeah.
That's pretty much every single shot.
Exactly that. Last ball of the over is played out to long on. Oh,
Right,
bit of a
so-
misfield. Might come back for 2. Make sure they don't come back for 2. They do come back for 2. That's a bit poor, sloppy fielding out in the deep by Jamie Overton.
183 coming close.
Yeah, but what it is, I've got 20 runs to play with. It's 10 and over.
Yeah.
Which, if they don't get a boundary in one of the overs, I should be safe. But at this point in the game, anyway,
They're probably going to get a boundary.
yeah, exactly. Tector, that last 2 has brought up his 50. We should give him a little jingle for that.
It's 50, and you know that can't be bad. Yeah, it's 50, and you know you should be glad.
Time this game start? 1:30, 2:30.
Yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes. That's pretty good going, isn't it? We might get this game done reasonably quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going this way, it should be done by about 5.
Yeah. Sami Curran is in. That one's launched. Has he got all of it? Yeah, definitely. Gone over the top.
But it isn't a 4.
No, it certainly is a 6.
One talk over the line, sweet Jesus. One talk over the line.
Just that was in the slot, really, wasn't it? It's full.
Yeah.
Outside off stump. Just allowed him to free up his arms and smash it straight back over the bowler's head. Even the camera guy couldn't catch that one. Oh, that's a fucking horrible ball. Full outside off stump would have been terrible wide, but Tucker managed to place it down to 3rd man and got 2. At 171 for 2.
Ahmed did all right to cut it off, actually.
Well, yeah. I don't
Didn't
imagine.
look
I
like
don't
he was
imagine the
gonna get
boundaries are that big.
No,
It's faster than he looks.
Yeah. Well, he's young. He's only about 20, isn't he? Still, maybe he's a bit older than that now. That's into the pads. Comes off, balloons up to Adil Rashid on 45, and it'll be a single. Well, it won't be a single. It'll be a leg by. One imagines it was indeed. Tector
He's a
facing
big
him.
lad.
Who?
Rehan Ahmed.
Yeah.
Rehan
Well,
Ahmed.
he's short, but he's stocky, isn't he?
He's really
Yeah.
stocky, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been in the gym, you can tell that.
Didn't bowl
But
great
he's also
today.
fat.
Yeah. Didn't bowl spectacularly today at all, did he? Got hit a bit. Sami in bowls. Slap ball onto the pads. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think that's 4 leg buys.
There's your
Did he
4.
get an inside edge? Well, they've had one of them done, I think. It was off a little inside edge onto pad. And it's worked its way down to the boundary for 4 runs.
You should get the English bowlers to pay you back.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's the thing about betting. I thought we'd get some more. I thought we'd get more wickets than this, really. I guess they're a bit unfortunate that Lorcan Tucker was given non-out. Maybe not unlucky. I mean, it was literally a millimetre or so. Oh, that's a full toss. It should be a no ball, but he's got 4 off it anyway, as it's flown off the outside edge through where the slits would be. Was he given? Yeah, I think he gave that as a no ball, didn't he? So I think it was one of these. He didn't do this though.
Over the line! Huh? I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line. That's a foul.
And he got a top edge and got 4 anyway. No, it wasn't given as a no ball. Interesting. I thought he held his hand. I thought he held his hand up to his chest as if to say that was over waist height. But he must have been just signalling the 4. Last ball of the over. Sammy Curran is in. It's hit straight back down the ground with no great timing. They'll get a single. I've got 2 runs to play with in the last over. Don't think that'll happen.
They'll have to go very, very quietly.
Yeah. And Rashid's
18
bowled
runs
4
off
overs.
it over.
Yeah, it's a pretty poor over from Sam Curran.
Rhubarb saying strip Bethel of the captaincy.
Well, both sides have got a bat here, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Ireland don't have 2 of their frontline bowlers, you'd have thought. I can't remember the names. You know who I mean.
Josh Little.
Josh Little and the other one. Is it an Adair?
Georgie Dockrell.
No, Dockrell's playing.
Ah.
No, another pacer. But I can't remember what the name is. They're both injured.
Is it the other Adair?
It might be the other Adair, yeah. Well, Jamie Overton is going to bowl the last over of the innings, and he is bowling to Harry Tector. He's on 59 or 34. His first ball is whipped out to long leg. It will be a single. I'm still in the game. Come on. 5 and 5 and I'm good.
You are an optimistic man there.
Yeah, I am usually optimistic, but I don't think this one is going to pass muster, unfortunately. 182 for 2. 5 balls left in the innings. They're not going to get the 216 that Grubby was banging on about. That one is chipped down to long on. It'll just be the 1 run.
Are you still in the game?
Just about.
By half a run?
I've got half a run to play with. Basically, I need wickets and dot balls for 4 balls. Hat-trick?
Well,
Curtis Camphor got 5 and 5. So, you know.
Yeah.
I think he's the only person to ever do that in a professional game. Well, there you go. Done. Slapped. Down to the fielder. They will get a single, but 184 for 2 puts me out. That wasn't over waist height. It hit the deck, you twat. I don't know what he's doing. It was a single.
Ridiculous.
I don't know what that signal meant. Yeah, it came off
Yeah.
the hip.
I
Tucker.
meant to ask, what's he like?
I don't
That's a
know.
bizarre signal, actually. I've never seen that.
No, I've never seen it. I don't know what it meant. That's full, and Tucker has gone inside out, over long off, big hit, 6 runs. He gets up his 50 with a lovely shot. And he moves on to 55 or 35.
Long drawn out grinds and flashing cameos. Quite accumulation that just grows and grows. Lucky or lucky inducing reverie. These are a few types of half century.
Overton in, 2 balls left. Oh, I think he's gloved that, and he has indeed. Tucker has gloved that, trying to pull it down the leg side, through to the keeper. Could have done that 2 balls ago, you fucker, but he didn't. And we have to say goodbye to Lorcan Tucker, 55 or 36, good little innings.
On your bike, mate.
Little tickle through to the team, to the keeper. Couldn't be anything else. And I guess Curtis Camphor, the man we spoke to the other day, who's on our podcast, which I'll start playing for about 5 minutes during the innings break, will come out and face one ball, poor lad. Oh no, they haven't sent him out. They've decided to send little Georgie Dockrell out instead, who has a jingle like this.
George Dockrell's got muscles, alive, alive, oh.
So he'll get to face one solitary ball, and then England will have to chase down 190. It's a pretty decent score, really. I don't know until both sides are batted. It looks like quite short boundaries. Pitchers are doing a huge amount, and England will fancy their chance of chasing it down. But a score is a score. It's a pretty decent score. Oh, was that the last ball? Oh, we missed it.
It's a 6.
It was. Fucking hell. Come on, TNT. Fuck your fucking adverts, mate. We missed the last ball, which Georgie Dockrell faced up and clipped off his toes out to deep square leg, where ran arm and attempted a catch, but could only tip it over the bar, and it was 6 runs off the last fucking delivery. Sort it out, TNT. This is appalling. We've got to do the Ashes with you lot, mate. Mind you, I suppose there'll be yeah, well, it'll be the Australian broadcast.
Australian broadcast.
Maybe Channel 9.
No, it'll be an Australian broadcast.
I don't think Channel 9 has. I think it's Amazon in Australia, right? No?
Maybe, but I can't imagine if they have that series and they start fucking it up, they'll get loads of complaints, won't they? So you can't imagine that'll happen. It was 6 off the last ball, so they ended up on what, 195 was it, or 196?
How long is the break now?
Probably about 5-10 minutes, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Let me just check. That's a bit replete of me not to get the exact right score. 196 for 3. Ireland ended up after 20 overs, which is a pretty decent score. England are going to have to go some right from the off, but we shall see. Right, we'll have a little break, and then we'll be back in 5-10 minutes or so.
All right. See you in a bit, Heaps.
All right.
See you later.
See you later.
Mickey could try to sell his car privately. Or get it sold today with We Buy Any Car. He could spend days on end trying to sell to a bunch of time wasters. Or sell in a flash and head to the fun fair with the kids. Proper gutted. Or proper impressed. To get a quote in 30 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Sky Bet Super's up. Just because their game is up doesn't mean yours is. So whether they're coming off because of a tight hammy, or your star striker is having a shocker and keeps hitting row Z, with Sky Bet Super Sub, your bet stays in play, even if your player doesn't. Sky Bet, for the fans. Selected leagues and markets only. Eligibility restrictions and T&Cs apply. 18+. Gambleaware.org.
Ready to launch your business? Get started with a commerce platform made for entrepreneurs. Shopify is specially designed to help you start, run, and grow your business with easy customizable themes that let you build your brand, marketing tools that get your products out there, integrated shipping solutions that actually save you time, from startups to scale-ups, online, in person, and on the go. Shopify is made for entrepreneurs like you.
Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/setup.
The Bishop and the Bear, the Bishop and the Bear, and to the delight of everyone, they are here to share jokes and rants and guests and things. Who knows what any fun they'll bring?
Not affiliated with the Mad Bishop and Bear pub at Paddington Station.
The Bishop and the Bear, bats beyond compare. Buckets of savoir-faire, the Bishop and the Bear.
Welcome back to the Bishop and Bear, the 99th time, would you believe, put a flake in us. Next week, England will travel to Ireland for 3 T20s at Malahide, a place dear to our hearts. To help us look ahead to that, we have a very special guest in our pub today, a cricketer who seems to make a habit of breaking records wherever he goes, and who knows, may break a few more next week. It's Ireland all-rounder, Curtis Campher, no less. Curtis, a huge welcome to the Bishop and Bear.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, what an introduction. Just to be fair, but really looking forward to the games in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be interesting, and the weather's kind of turning now, so it could be a cold one.
The first question is, will there be any play? It's Ireland at the end of September.
Well, yes, there is that.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I think when they jotted down in the diary, I thought, it's a bit late for a game of cricket, but I think the weather's in and around it okay, but it could be a bit tricky, 1 or 2 games, so I expect probably a shortened game or 2.
Worse. Manchester for England tonight.
we all saw the pointless game the other night between England and South Africa. I mean, that was a bit of a shambles, wasn't it, really? But
yeah, it wasn't it? I actually was so surprised it got on there. It looked so wet and crazy. I was like, this is ludicrous. But listen, fair play. They got a game in and no one got injured, and a bit of a spectacle for the guys that stuck around and braved it out from the cold and wet.
I think that was what it was about more than anything, wasn't it?
Getting the show on, whatever. Yeah. And making sure you didn't get Jofra Archer injured in the process.
I mean, the question there is, if it wasn't fit for Joff, if it wasn't fit for Joffa,
why is it for everyone else?
Yeah, exactly. But hey.
Curtis, where are our manners? First question, very importantly, what can we get you to drink?
I'm sitting here with a bottle of water, but if you have Guinness on tap, that would be in the pub, that would be the number one.
We have everything.
It's a virtual pub. There literally is not a drink in the world we don't have. Exactly. We may not know how to mix it.
Well, Guinness, got to be able to pour it correctly.
Oh, yeah. And we'll get you the little shamrock on the top, and it'll be beautifully delivered. There you go.
Happy day.
Let's start, if we may, by just chatting a little bit about you. You're born in Joburg, right?
Yeah.
Raised in South Africa, played for South Africans under 19s, but here you are, starring as an all-rounder for Ireland. Is that something, I guess, at what point in life did you think playing for Ireland might be something I want to do?
Yeah, I think it's a weird one, because it wasn't a thing of like when I decided to move over. Basically, the whole story goes, I've had a passport my whole life, but when I was younger, having them coming over and training in South Africa a couple of times, I trained with them a few bits, a few training sections, and got amongst around the guys and stuff like that. And then eventually, basically, I was like, right, I want to go over and play a winter. It'd be really nice just to go over and do that. And then just before that, I got in touch with them and trained with the national side before on the qualifiers, and I played against them, actually did quite nicely. And then head coach at the time, 40, was really keen to get me involved, and Nobby was involved. Nobby as in Niall O'Brien.
Yeah.
And they were keen to get me over to play some club cricket and just kind of be involved in the community and the setup. And I basically prioritised my studies for a little bit, and then decided in my last year of study it would be great to do this and kind of experience, an Irish summer, and get over to different cultures and kind of touch back to my roots. And then got over here. It was middle of COVID, and ended up training with the national side. And then basically, after a successful Wolves trip against Namibia, I didn't really think I was going to get drafted into the national team, but got drafted into the national team somehow. And I was like, this is great. It's COVID. I'm a part of a 25-man squad. I'll just go over there, carry the water, carry the drinks. Just, it's great just to be involved. And then kind of at that point, I thought, okay, well, this is an amazing avenue to play international cricket, and I don't feel like I'm that far away, and it's something I really want to do. So, luckily I managed to make my debut, and it was quite a memorable one. And then kind of it's having a look back.
Made a 50, didn't you, in the first ODI against England at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah. But
right. Yeah. Well done. Just wind back a little bit, because you said a couple of quite interesting things there for a moment. How far back are your Irish roots? Where did the passport come from?
My dad's mother.
Oh, so your grandma?
My grandma, yeah.
Yeah, grandma was is that. And how did Niall O'Brien get involved?
Well,
how did he pop up and then suddenly there you are?
Are you related?
No, not at all. No. So basically, obviously, I'd been in contact with Graham Ford, who was the head coach quite a bit. He knew Kruger van Veek at Tux at the university I was playing at. But basically, Nobby was keeping in one of the games, and I was doing quite well. And he was obviously, as wicketkeepers go, always like to have a word, and was just muttering on about a few things and trying to get me to play with my ego and take down a few bowlers and blah blah blah. And basically, we got into conversation of that. Oh well, I'm thinking of moving over to play a bit of club cricket because I've got an Irish passport. And then he was just like, "Well, I can get you in at my club. I can sort you out with this, sort you out with that." And it transpired that I actually didn't even end up going to his club, but I went to one that was linked to detectors at YMCA, and when he finished up in his Irish job, ended up actually coaching it. So it's a place that kind of welcomed me in, and it was really nice to be set up there in the heart of Dublin and kind of enjoying my first start of my Irish summer.
I think
Dublin's a nice place.
Oh yeah, we love it. I mean, just a little tiny bit of a diversion background on us. Ireland's first ever Test match against Pakistan in 2018. We were the official radio broadcaster for that. So Malahide does genuinely have a little place in Gorilla Hearts.
Very much indeed. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's
so we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's so embedded in me. I actually live right next to the ground. So.
Oh well. What was the pub we used to go to, Bear? Can you remember?
I can't remember.
It's
the one that had
it's
got a really bad mural of U2 on the wall.
Yeah, it's Gibney's. I think Curtis just said.
Yeah,
right.
Well, that's certainly where we'd end up every night.
Yes.
I'll tell you something else there. A few interesting things happened there. We were this far, Curtis, from getting an interview with Mick Jagger. We were talking to his chauffeur because he was there. The Stones were playing during that Test match, and we thought we'd got him on the hook via his chauffeur, but then he had to go off and rehearse, and we just missed him. So
it was also the VVIP bit. Was the only bit we didn't have access to, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we got to him via his chauffeur, and his chauffeur was making all the right noises, but then Sir Mick, he was a sir then, he nipped off, and we didn't get to do it, which was a real shame.
Yeah, am I right in saying he's also quite a big cricket fan?
Oh, he loves his cricket.
Loves his cricket.
Yeah, he's big on his cricket. So clearly, Ireland roots via your grandma. Big. You're now 110, 20, 30% an Ireland player and international. Do you feel what happens, for example, when South Africa are playing in the World Test Championship? Do you look on with just a slight, not a hankering to play for them, but what's the right words? Do you sort of watch as a fan when they were taking on Australia?
Yeah, I don't think I watch as a fan because I have friends playing in it. I think I have affinity for them to do well because I want my friends and people that I've played cricket with before to do well, if that makes sense. I've gone to school with a few of them. I've played a lot of cricket with a few of them, so it's more the fact that I want them personally to do well and the team to do well because I know how much it means to them, their families, my family, and all that, So I think that's a big thing for me is I always want them to do well, barring when we play them. Then it's kind of ready to get to do it.
That's a bit how I feel when Tim Murtagh was playing for Ireland. Because I'm a big Middlesex fan, and I went and Tim was really generous with his time during that Test match, and did interviews and stuff with us, and has done in the past. And obviously he took that fifer at Lords. So you're an England fan and you want England to do well, but at the same time you're going, "Yay, come on, Tim, up on the honours board. That's fantastic." So we know what it's like to be conflicted.
We were all rooting for South Africa because, of course, anyone but Australia when you're English.
Yeah, so the anyone but Oz principle.
Yeah.
So I mean, in so many ways, you're sort of, I guess, what we might call a thoroughly modern cricketer. You're building up a CV of franchises and countries you play in: the BPL, the Pakistan Premier
Super League,
the PSL. Yeah, I beg its pardon. You played for Essex recently. You played for Somerset. You played at the Deccan Chargers in the UAE. If I look at your recent diary and plot your travel, as far as I can see, it goes something like Lahore, Belfast, Dublin, Cork, Chelmsford, Leicester, Eglinton, which I think is in Northern Ireland, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Multan, the Multan Sultans again, Munster Reds, Essex, Munster Reds again, and then back to Essex. That's bonkers. How do you kind of stay fresh and focused when so much of the time is on the road, different places, different teams?
Yeah, I think it is a tricky thing to do, and I think one thing I probably struggle with a little bit is a little bit of the body. You know, the body takes a pounding playing that cricket, and it's kind of managing your schedule and seeing. I think I've obviously was fortunate enough to do a lot of travel this year or this summer because of the quiet summer we had in general in terms of internationals. So there's a bit more wiggle room for us to go out there and try explore more cricketing opportunities. So that was kind of how that kind of took about. But yeah, it's a tricky one because you'd love to plan your schedule and your life, but with franchise cricket and the way how short and sharp the notice is for some of these things, like I'm getting 2 days notice basically to see if I can be an injury replacement or if they need someone on short notice. So it is really, really tricky in that regard. But in other regards, to be able to go into to see different grounds and play in different conditions and test yourself against different players, I think that's probably the thing that drives a lot of players, is that you're constantly learning and constantly getting better or trying to get better, and it's a pursuit of kind of the tinkering of perfection and trying to get to where you think is the best place you can be. So yeah, I love it. I love the travel. I love the game. I think to be able to say that you're paid to do something you love is crazy. I think sometimes you forget that, or when you're out of form and you're worried about a few other different things, you forget about the love of cricket. And I think in the last while I've had 1 or 2 injuries. Like I broke my finger in a freak thing of a ball off a length, and then that kind of thing puts you out of the game for 5 to 8 weeks, and then you get back and you're so hungry to play again, and it's just great. And I think with that too, with all the travel, and I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but with all the travel, you have to play loads of cricket, and then you have to realise you have to prioritise a bit of time off and take a week off just so you can come back and be hungry and kind of excited to play again.
Yeah, you missed the Ireland series, didn't you, with that finger, which was a shame.
Yeah, that was probably a tough one because the franchise cricket is great to do, but my heart and soul is to play for Ireland as many times as I can, and whenever I miss games for Ireland, I get really upset and a bit angry, because like that is the pinnacle and that's what I want to do as long as I can. And when I end up missing games, it's kind of like, well, why have I gone and done other things? Or done different things to not make these games. Obviously, freak incidents and injuries do happen, and that's okay. But yeah, it's just the frustration when you have so few little games to play for Ireland, that when you do miss them, you feel like you're missing a massive opportunity.
Yeah, you were going to say something there.
Yeah, well, the other night when Athers was talking to Kagiso Rabada before, they were talking about all this sort of stuff, and I was wondering, they were talking about Test cricket in South Africa and how, hopefully they'll have more games because they just won a World Test Championship. I mean, how is it in Ireland? I mean, do you all hanker to play more Test matches, or is it kind of at board level where it's just that situation which you see in certain countries who don't get the crowds or whatever, they lose money on doing Test matches, and does the Irish board feel that way, and so you don't get to play as many Tests as you want? And is there a little bit of kind of feeling in the squad that we just want more Test matches, or is everyone kind of content?
Yeah, I definitely think that guys will not complain for more Test cricket. Let me put it that way. I got to tread lightly.
Yeah, we're back in Malahide. England with 197 to win this game. Good effort there from Ireland. A subpar bowling performance from England, should we say. Hello, Messers, how are you?
I'm well. I was entertained by you and Gary on my drive home this evening.
Good. Where were you driving home from?
I had a meeting in Subiaco near Perth.
Okay.
So 40-minute drive listening to guerrilla cricket. Perfect. Apart from the fact that I was panicking a bit because it was going so fast. I thought it'd be another half hour till the second innings started. But they were over it in no time.
Microwave cricket. That's what we're here for. So England's openers, Josh Buttler and Phil Salt, I guess. Should we jingle him up? Why not? Here's lovely Joss.
Pryor ain't no loss, 'cause we found someone Sutler. Okay, he can't spell Joss, but he also can't spell Butler. Joss Butler. Just because he is Joss Butler. 1 S and 2 T's, Joss Butler.
And his opening partner.
Terrible, Phil Salt. Get out of my fucking England side! I can't film now, Jesus Christ.
That was before he made his century, I think.
Yeah, it was. That makes it even funnier. And do we have a jingle for this lad? It's Humphreys, anyway. For Ireland, he's sporting a lovely tash. Really sets off the rich Irish green of the shirt. That tash, and he's going to be left arm around the wicket, spinner, bowling to Salt, who just stands there and defends it back to him. So we're underway. 1 ball, no runs. 197 for victory. Pretty much 10 and over. And the score predictor makes England firm favourites, but it's going to test them. I think it's a lovely drive this from Salt. Good bit of work on the boundary there, the extra cover boundary, but they will be underway and back for 2 runs. So I see you've kept your jacket on there, Messrs, from your drive home.
My coat, it's cool and wet here. Another inch of rain today.
Oh, Christ on a bike. Careful on those roads.
Yeah. Well, I was getting very frustrated. A lot of slow drivers around.
Oh dear. This is driven through a point. Just put his foot down the track. Drove it square of the wicket. Squarer this time than the previous one. And that is going to be the first of these of the England innings.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you one of these people who will parp? Are you a parper when you drive?
I'm very relaxed. Since my wife left, I'm never in a hurry to get anywhere because I don't need to get home. But when I've got a deadline like today to get on air, then I was a bit of a hurry.
Well, never get cross in the name of guerrilla cricket because no one's ever done that before. Surely.
Great advice. This
one is clipped by Salt to square leg, and there's no run. 6 without loss. Just in the first over, 2 balls left of it, being bowled by Humphreys for Ireland with his tremendous tash. Salt pulls away, something in his eye perhaps. These tropical climes could be any sort of mosquito or other flying beast.
Well, it does look very, very balmy in Dublin.
It looks nice, yeah. A full ball outside of Salt's off stump, and fortunately they have the sweeper out there at that wide mid-off / extra cover position. It's Georgie Dockrell. He does the fielding, keeps it down to 1 run. Butler on strike.
It's fitting that the rain radar shows plenty of rain across England, but not a skerrick in Ireland.
Not a skerrick.
Not a skerrick.
Yeah, that's great. And it does look rather lovely there on the outskirts of Dublin, Malahide.
Were you part of the crew that went there?
Certainly was. Yeah, I got there. Well, I was meant to get there on the Friday. My flight was cancelled, so I had to get a flight on Saturday morning instead. But I was there for the Saturday and Sunday, and it was, as everyone has said many times, and will continue to do so, it was a tremendous occasion. We loved it. This is cut hard by Butler. Well fielded there. No, not well fielded. No. It was the camera work did me again. It's gone through that fielder. It's raced away for one of these.
It's Nissan She. It's Nissan She.
So yeah, very fond memories collectively. Malahide will always have a very special place in the Guerrilla story, I think.
Yes, indeed. And if you're going to miss a day one was the one to miss. Stephen Kelk says, seems like Pakistan UAE will go ahead, and then he just says, Messi. Rhubarb WD says, India completely in the wrong by refusing to shake hands. Leah says, would be peak Pakistan if they now crash out of the tournament against UAE after all the drama. And Rhubarb wants the authorities to kick India out too. Yeah,
that one will run and run, I'm sure. Coming on to bowl the second over for Ireland is this fella.
His experience with
Kevin Bloody Wilson or someone. This is driven back at him by Salt on the bounce, fielded off his own bowling by himself, McCarthy, and there is no run. It's 11 without loss. Just kicked off that second over, and England need the thick end of 10 per over from here, which, as I say, they'll be favourites to do, given the strength of the batting line-up, and recently posted that world record 300 and something. But anytime you need 10 and over for an extended period, it's not a walk in the park, I don't think. It's a full and slower, and Salt saw it coming. He swatted this high, straight, and for the first one of these. Yeah.
So the impression I got listening on the way home, Grubby, was that Ireland batted decently, but England didn't bowl very well.
I was saying to Gaz and Bear and Indo earlier on, and Will, that it just had the air of a bit of an end of season game.
Yeah.
Or a friendly, or indeed, if you look at the toss when it was Paul Sterling standing next to Jacob Bethel, of a lads v dads match.
Oh, very much so, yeah.
There's a slip in place here for McCarthy. I don't know how long that person will stay there, but this is just outside the off stump and flashed at by Salt. He's going to get one to deep backward point. 18 without loss after 9 deliveries.
I have to say that almost every England game is covered live on pay TV in Australia. This one is not. I can't find a stream anywhere. That's how important it is on the international calendar. Yeah, it does seem. I mean, I'm happy anytime Ireland gets some, in inverted commas, meaningful cricket, and I don't want to be in any way patronising or anything, but it does feel a bit end of season. It does feel a bit pointless, if we're perfectly honest. But it's a game of cricket, so we're up for it. McCarthy bowls, dabbed into the onside by Butler for a single. So Anindo's back with us.
Hello, Anindo.
I'm sorry.
Don't you worry.
Realize it.
Don't worry at all. Don't worry.
Okay.
The whole game and the whole day seems to be moving on quite quickly here, which is fine because it means we'll get to the pub earlier here in Ladywell. What plans do you gents have respectively this evening? Any plans at all?
Sleep once the game's over. It's 20 past 10 already.
It's not so late for me, but yeah.
Bit of lovely food, perhaps, before you hit the hay. Salt has 14 already of 8 deliveries. He faces up to McCarthy. Stand and deliver, thrashed through that cover region.
It's a nice shot.
Races away to the boundary. It was a lovely shot, and he gets one of these. Yeah, well, we know he's in rare old form, don't we?
I can't eat after the game tonight. I'm on a diet. I'm 11 and a half kilos lighter since you last saw me.
Wow.
Oh, well done, Messrs. Very good. Yeah, that slip's gone now, but we do have a sort of a deep gully or something, a fly gully. This is a slower ball bouncer, I think, from McCarthy, which I was going to say serves its purpose, but it's been called one of these.
Why?
11 kilos. That's 2 stone in old money, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got another 20 to go, but it's fucking expensive because Manjaro is incredibly expensive.
I think it's expensive. That seems counterintuitive.
What is Manjaro?
Yeah, it's a weight loss drug.
Is that like a Ozempic?
Yes.
Similar sort of thing.
But
this is nailed by Salt, I think. Do you know what? I think that's landed right on top of the boundary sponge. No, one bounce, but it's right next to it a bit. We've got this weird kink in the boundary. I got told off by Will earlier on for kink shaming, but I'm just telling you like it is. The boundary rope is not in a straight line, if you know what I mean. It goes round in a circle, and then it comes in about 5 yards, like an oxbow lake.
Shaming.
And I don't know why. I'm shaming the rope for its kink. Anyway, the net result there is 4 runs, a big old hoik over cow corner. But it is possible. It is possible theoretically to hit a 6 a shorter distance than
that's weird.
Than if you hit the same distance about 10 yards either side of it, where it would be 4.
Maybe there's a water damaged area or something that's dangerous that they've got to skirt around.
I think we should be told. I think it should be signposted quite clearly.
I think there's a groundsman who's very kinky.
I think we should have, like on a golf course, we should have a ground under repair. Oh, hang on.
Yes.
He's changed it. In fact, it was one of these.
So I have an interesting question with the case.
Yeah, carry on. Yep.
So if the ball had fallen over,
yep,
would it be a 6?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just very bizarre. I mean,
that is
6 inches to its right or left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think you'd have to give it a 6 because that's where the rope is. Or anyway, he's on the front foot here. He's swatting this one straight. One bounce. That's definitely a 4, but it's a very authoritative 4 from Phil Salt, who is well into his stride here. One thing Malahide's got really right is the sight screens for one-day cricket. It's like a massive black screen.
Yeah.
There's never any doubt about people moving in front of it, or can you move the sight screen? It's just an enormous flat black area. So fair play, credit where it's due. Yeah, so
it's not a lot of people fit into the stadium, right? So
yeah, we're talking about it. We haven't done our homework since we last spoke to you, so I can't tell you the capacity at Malahide. It's got to be a few thousand. I don't know.
Yeah,
6,000 or something.
Between
like
7 and 10, I would think.
Yeah, Butler dancing down the track here to Hume, who's come on and just banging him back over long on. And at this rate, this game's going to be over fairly quickly. But it is
11,500 supposedly.
I love it when you're on messes because we talk about these things all the time, and we've all got phones in our pockets. But none of us have been asked to look it up.
By the time I go to Google, Messi is already saying
exactly.
Yeah.
Messi better than Google. 40 without loss.
I'm just a channel for Google.
We're only 14 balls in. He's reaching for this one, Butler. He danced down again, and Hume saw him coming. But much good it did him as he, stooping down, managed to get a lot of bat on it. It goes for extra cover, and it's another one of these.
Now my innings going, great guns, I hit the ball, 4 runs, I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
I mean, could they do this in 12 overs, England? It'd be ridiculous.
Well, they could, yeah.
You know, they're near enough 200 they're chasing here. But having seen them get 300 the other day. But, you know, as Gary pointed out, a lot of very correct shots played in that 300. This is a slow ball bouncer, not connected by Butler, who had advanced down the track. Some sharp work by the keeper, but Butler alert to it and back in his crease. But he already has 19 from 6. Salt has 24 from 10. And the score is 44 without loss after 2 overs and 4 balls. So that run rate, having started at near 10, is now under 9. Some going, isn't it, after 2.5 overs?
Yeah.
So wicketkeeper Tucker coming up to the stumps now. He's seen enough of Butler dancing down the track to all and sundry. Just giving him something to think about now. See if Butler will twitch his left shoulder as he always does. Back in his crease this time. Stays there and bangs it straight over mid-off. One bounce. He's something else, isn't he? It's another one of these. Not even give this bloke who's getting an absolute pummeling. Here's his jingle.
Shake hands with Graham. Last name Hume. He might be smiling, but he's here to bring about your doom.
Well, the only doom he's bringing about at the moment is his own, as he's gone for 18 from his 5 balls thus far. I'm going to predict that this ball's going to go for 6. Don't know why, just feel it. Let's see what happens. Here comes Hume. Outside the off stump, straight back over his head. Is it 6? It's 4. It's 4. Oh, darn it!
Diction there, Grubby.
Darn it! How terrible!
I'm 4. Have you met me before?
So 22 from that
never
over.
Trust you again, Grubby.
No, there was that time where I was on with Tony, and he said to me, it was the last ball of a day of Test cricket, I think it was. Yeah, last ball of a day of a Test match, and he said, well, what odds would you give for a 6? And I said, it's got to be, I can't remember what I said, 50 to 100 to 1, 200 to 1, or something like that. Sure enough, it was banged for 6. And I said to him, this is why I'm not a bookmaker. One of the many reasons.
Well, yes. Apart from
and they say the bookmakers make money all the time, right?
As my old man is fond of saying, you never see a bookie on a bike.
Yeah.
Now, are we back live here? We've just seen the ball.
That's an interesting one, because that's got exactly where we were talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. It's gone straight to the kink, or the meander, or the oxbow lake, and it's landed just inside. Phil Sale on the front foot, but it's gone for 4.
The number of the day. Who could ask for more? The number of the day is 4.
And this bloke's come on to bowl. It's all happening.
Youngster dude, a good attitude, a breedy born dude, looks good in the nude.
Craig Young, the latest fodder to be fed into the cannon. Salt's moved to 28, the score to 56. We only just started the 4th over. It's all going off. A bit more deftness here from Salt. That was, well, fella diving away at backward point, got a hand to it, but couldn't prevent it from racing away to that backward point area for yet another one of these.
Super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, rocka, rocka, super shatter.
Just timed so well. He just stayed where he was this time rather than advancing. Stayed where he was, laid about on it, timed the ears off it. It races away once again. 60 without loss. We've had 20 balls, by the way. Quick single to mid-off this time. They make it comfortably. And I hate to say it, but Ireland already look a bit beleaguered.
Yes.
And belaboured.
Well, I noticed on Cricket Info the win probability was 50-50 at the innings change. It's now down to 83% England. Didn't take long.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, the Wasp, which is, I haven't seen the Wasp for ages until this game, but the Wasp is saying 69% on the screen that we're looking at on TNT, but, you know, there's been a fair bit wrong with the TNT coverage today, not the least
What's
of which
the Wasp?
It's another sort of win predictor, I think. I forget what it stands for.
Score predictor would be the last two
Score
letters,
predictor,
I guess.
exactly, yeah. Butler has a big, ungainly heave, very unlike him. Normally quite elegant in his play, but it was a classic hoik. Comes off the bottom edge for 1. 62 without loss. 3.4 overs have gone. And a half full Malahide to witness the action in front of them. Maybe they're all in the beer tents enjoying a Gibney's. Who knows?
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Yeah. We drank a fair bit of that when we were there. Delicious it was too. Another steer to backward point here from Salt. Did they get through for a single? They did not. So a rare dot ball in this innings. But more by a good bit of fielding than by any victory by the bowler there. These batters are laying their bat on the ball at will and placing it pretty much where they want at the moment. What can Ireland do, if anything, to stem this flow? Current run rate is over 16, by the way. Just when you think you've seen it all. 300 in a T20 the other day. Could you believe that, gents? Incredible.
Yeah, I watched some of it on replay and I just got bored with it.
Yeah, I understand that, Messrs, as this one is flipped round the corner by Salt for another 1. But I suppose as cricket fans, as sports fans, whenever you see something extreme, extremely good, extremely bad, extremely high scores, extremely low economy rates or whatever, those things pique the interest, don't they? And as we were saying before, a lot of the shots were really correct shots. It wasn't like they were just swinging and they were playing correct shots. A lot of them in the V, just incredibly well timed and well hit.
You know, on a larger issue, we keep having these debates about supporting, teams to get better, right, financially and otherwise, and just the quality of teams does not seem to be improving at all. I mean, whenever you have such matches, you see the stark difference, right?
Yes.
I mean, Ireland's a full test-playing nation. They've been a full test-playing nation for so long, and really, in hindsight, they probably didn't deserve it.
Well, they hardly play tests.
Come back to this.
anymore, do they?
Humphreys come back on, left arm round the wicket, on the hip of Salt, who just back in his crease, swivel, pull, deep backward square leg, and another one of these.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Yeah, I wasn't talking so much about Test cricket itself, but about the fact that they're at the highest level, theoretically, right?
There's still such a gargantuan gap between the top teams and a lot of the rest. This is swept away by Salt. It was just floated to Midland leg. Easy pickings for Salt, but my God, he hit it well, as he's hit a lot of things well recently. I mean, this is going to be over in a hurry, this game. I don't care what any of the score predictors say. England are going to win this game, and they're going to win it pretty quickly. But just back to that point in Indo, I think it's one thing giving those teams status. It's quite another team making all those games always competitive, featuring those teams. As Salt drives one to deep extra cover and gets another single. Fair to say, in terms of talent pool, in terms of money, obviously, in terms of infrastructure, Ireland are never going to have that infrastructure that
they don't even
England
have
and
first
India
class competition, do they, at the moment, do they?
74 without loss. We're halfway through the 5th over, everyone. This one's straight up in the air, though, from Butler. Maybe he held that back a bit, Humphreys. He's going to get a wicket here, I think. Caught at mid-on. And, some respite, a wicket for Ireland. And Butler is out for 28.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, credit to the bowler there. He just held that back a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Caught by recent Gorilla interviewee Curtis Camphor at mid-on. If you haven't heard that, you might have heard a little bit of that interview that Tony and the Bear did with him if you were listening in the break. And if you haven't heard all of it, then you know where to find us.
It's well worth listening. It's a very well done interview, I must say.
Yeah.
Richard Purvis says, I got Bear's Liverpool prediction, would love Messi's prediction for the Ashes. Well, I'm being perverse. I'm going to predict the Ashes will end up 2-2, and both sides will claim moral victory, just for the fuck of it.
Right. Here he comes, the young skipper. And, of course, I can't find his jingle. But sure he's in there. He is. There he is.
Jacob Beckham's born in Barbados, now he plays for the English team. They say that he is an all-rounder, but that remains to be seen.
Whoa.
So what does Beckham captain in domestic cricket?
This is his first senior captaincy. He's captained the seconds at county level, and he's captained an under 19s at international level.
Straight to England captaincy.
Straight to England captaincy. Humphreys throws this one wide, and Bethel just guides it to cover, where his opposite number, Paul Sterling, does the fielding, and there is no run. So a wicket followed by a dot. That constitutes a good over in the context of this innings. 1 for 22 Humphreys now has from his one ball short of 2 overs. Here comes that final ball of the second over. Back in his crease goes Bethel. Just guides it to backward point. It's another dot ball. So a bit of respite for Ireland there at 74 for 1 after 5, and I think we're due a change-up.
Yes, we are indeed. So I'll see you next game, or one of the next games.
Terrific to see you, Inido. Thank you very much.
All right,
Couple of
thank you very
messages.
much.
Will says, Grubby, can we just have a full replay of Saturday? I think it was Friday, actually. Farong says the other match scheduled to start now. Pakistan has just arrived at the stadium. So we're up to date on messages, and I shall hand you over to... Is that you, Gary? It must be Gary on Ball by Ball, Bear on socials, and Will on summarising. Catch you later.
Hello. Thank you, Jez. Well, it's the man that I want to call Barry Mackenzie. Those of you who recall the late Barry Humphries creation from the 1960s, but it's actually Barry McCarthy, and he's in next into the mincing machine as Phil Salt punches that to mid-off, and they take a single. It's the last ball of the it's the last over of the power play, which had been entirely one-sided until that miscue from Joss Butler. But 75 for 1. The Wasp has England at 64%. I'd say it's more like 97%. But
I wouldn't put it up that high. I'd say 80. I mean, you know, if I can get a few... I mean, England don't have the batting depth they had the other night. And they've got good batting, but it's not... there's some obvious missing people.
Yeah, but it's only 20 overs. They've got.
It is only 20 overs.
Is there a bunny in the whole 11? I'm not sure there is, you know.
No, probably isn't.
It's Barry McCarthy who's in, and Bethel just lets that one run off the face, really, in the old school way that we used to see a lot of in one-day cricket. We see much less of these days. Down to the vacant third-man boundary for one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, it probably wasn't running off the face. It was probably a thickish outside edge.
It was a thickish outside edge. But hey, doesn't matter.
No, that shot we used to see a lot of, where you would say run it down to third man. Ian Bell played it a lot, didn't he? Seems to have gone out of the game now. Joe Root, yeah, he's the one who does it still. Bethel steps away and has a swing at that. Missed it by an absolute mile, and it's through to the keeper. He often looks like, and Grubby would know this expression better than me, a horse in need of a run, Jacob Bethel. You feel there's a lot there, but sometimes it seems to take him a while to get going because he has to remember the last time he was actually in the middle playing cricket.
Well, he did all right in the last two T20s.
He
picked it up quite quickly. Seems to like the spinners, doesn't he? He's quite good against the spinners.
Yeah, he's a bit like a footballer who likes the game to be in front of him. And he's missed that one through to the keeper, and there is no run. Paul Sterling standing at first and second slip. Boom, boom. Somebody had to say it.
You know, Bethel kind of reminds me of Jack Grealish.
Yeah. Same
kind of
same calves.
Like, well, and the needing the sort of game to kind of revolve around him, being in the centre of things, and and
definitely a bit of that. McCarthy's in again, and he was already backing away there, Jacob Bethel. He was inviting the ball to be bowled into the body. That's what happened, but he got it into the leg side for a single. 5 off 6, he'll be happy with that to get started. You earn the right to that by some crash bang wallop in the power play. England's run rate required is 8.26, and if I were to attempt the Richie Benno impression when he used to say the problem is when you get above a run of ball, as he did in the 70s and 80s, these days the problem is when you're above 10 and over.
10 is the...
Anything under 10 you're comfortable. As Salt plays with those cast iron wrists there, stood up straight and punched the ball square on the offside to raise his 50 off 20 balls. He's in rich form.
He is.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
You know you lift me with your 50.
Well, ever since I asked Mog to make that jingle, which as you heard me slating Phil Salt.
Yes.
He scored 140 in 50 odd balls, and he scored 50 in 20.
Yeah, well, anybody who doesn't play for Lancashire is pretty good at the moment. Will, have you any messages coming through?
I think it's me on messages.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know where we're up to. Will asked Grubby, can we have a full replay of Saturday? Farong says, other match scheduled to start now. Pakistan has arrived in the stadium. Ooh. Barry Mackenzie, inventor of Technicoloured Yawn.
Well, the Technicoloured Yawn, the Point Percy at the Porcelain, that was another of his.
Well, Clifford Bradford says, just joined. How did Ireland manage nearly 200? England in bowl? Great. It's very short boundaries, and they batted well. Yeah. To be fair, England didn't take any wickets.
Here's a new bowler, somewhat to my surprise, I have to say, and we'll jingle him up in just a moment. An economy of effort getting to the crease, bowls wide of the stump, and he's thrashed by Jacob Bethel, but he's picking out the man sweeping on the cover boundary, and it's just a single.
It's this man, I believe.
And he bowls off breaks. Whether they'll turn or not's another matter. He bowled round the wicket to the left-handed Bethel. He's staying round the wicket to the right-handed Salt. He's in, and Salt just punches that with those iron wrists to mid-on, where late adjuster of his dress in the Bishop and Bear, Camphor, does the fielding.
He was a sound lad, actually.
Yeah, excellent. 86 for 1. We'll be going to John Tracy in Thunderbird 5 in a moment. As, this ball is just pushed into the offside. And will they get 2 here? It's one of those balls that drops between fielders, or is hit between fielders, I should say. But no, just a single. England happy to just tick over for a little while now. The Wasp is a ludicrous 73%. England are 1 down and almost halfway to the target.
Yeah.
In the 7th over. I mean, where do they get this stuff from, honestly? Yes, and I know that I was calling an obvious LBW and it wasn't earlier on, so some views are available. I'll come to you in a sec, Will. That's a hideous delivery, waist-high full toss, and it's been picked out to cow corner. Well, you know what gets wickets, don't you, Bear?
Shit, but I think that was a no ball.
Oh, yeah, you could be right. You could be right. It was a full toss. It was high, not very handsome. Phil Salt didn't time it, picked out the man at cow corner, and now they're looking to see if it was a no ball. I think you're right.
I thought that was definitely a no ball, but hey.
The umpires have got this curious thing where they stand with kind of a finger on their waists, like the.
Well, it doesn't look like Salt's going off,
no.
So they are going to give it as a no ball.
I think they are going to give it as a no ball. He's explaining
so
it now. Yes,
hit.
No ball and a free hit. Yeah, when they do this thing where they're talking to the sort of TV umpire, they stand with their hands sort of on their hip because they're pressing down the microphone.
It's tight, though.
It is tight, but it is a no ball.
No, I think it is a no ball. It's dropping, isn't it? And the thing is, it's got to be when it passes the crease. I mean, if it's the IPL,
is it when it passes the crease? Well,
so not when they hit it. It's when it crosses the crease. Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't have been.
Well, exactly.
Raised high.
In the IPL, they got that little measuring stick, haven't they? They measure all the players, and they've got this thing now where they measure all the players and they measure the trajectory of the ball, and they basically marry them together, and they can work out where everyone's hip is, whether it's technically a no ball or not.
Yeah, ahead of me. So it's perhaps unfortunate Harry Tector is in, bowls another full toss wide, and it was a bit of a clothed attempt at a shot there that goes down to Barry McCarthy at mid-off, and they're through for a single. So a reprieve for Phil Salt. Oh, was it a no ball because it was an overstepping no ball?
Oh, maybe it was no, because that was over the wicket.
No, that's quite an overstep.
That is another no ball.
It's not that much of it because it's not where your foot lands. It's where you have a part of the foot, and it was only an inch or two ahead of the crease, although it wasn't grounded. That's a horrible ball down the leg side. That's a wide in almost any form of cricket.
They didn't give the no ball though. No.
They didn't give it. No, they haven't. Well,
on a previous delivery, or maybe that was on a previous over because someone,
who knows?
Whoever it was bowling over the wicket. So it's not Harry Tector.
No. Well, Tector's in again. This is horrible outside off stump. If he'd left that alone, it would have been a wide. Instead, he reached for it and kind of flat batted it down to mid-off. Gets a single. And this over, which has run to 7 balls, I think, already. Yes, is about to get its 8th ball. England 91 for 1. Phil Salt on 52. Jacob Bethel on 8. The run rate required 8.05. Rather forlorn looking Harry Tector.
Wow, we only got for 91 in 6.5 overs.
He's in, and he gets a dot for his troubles. It's the end of the 7th over. 91 for 1. Messages.
Oh, yeah, it's me. Not lots coming in, actually.
Oh, we'll go to Will then. Will, because have some thoughts on that rather shambolic over.
Well, I think I don't really know why they're bowling Tector so early. That seems really odd. But tactically, Ireland are a bit of a sort of difficult to pin down team. I don't know. And this wicket doesn't seem to be giving much for the spinners, does it? It's a bit odd.
No. Well, is it that odd? I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. It's Ireland. It's the fucking Emerald Isle. It's green, you know. Why do you expect a sort of green pitch that's probably been pretty well watered all summer to be doing anything for the spinner? I mean...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's bizarre to put a spinner that isn't, you know... Like, I can understand, like, with Rashid, he is one of the premier sort of white ball spinners. And so you can kind of go, look, Rash, it's not going to give you much, but you've got the skills.
Yeah.
Whether Tector does or not,
no, very true.
Well, it's Craig Young who's in, who sounds like he should be playing for New Zealand to me, but that's probably mixing up 2 players at once. And Bethel half backs away, half doesn't, and ends up neither forward nor back, and just punches it into the covers, and they scamper a single. Bethel has 9 from 10. He's played 1 good shot, but other than that, he's lacked a bit of fluency. He's flashed outside off stump a couple of times and failed. We seem to have a kind of mouse wearing a Viking helmet with Flocky next to it on the pitch as some advertising. I have no idea what that is.
Isn't that like one of the Wi-Fi providers or something?
I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Young's in. This is outside off stump, and Phil Salt reaches all the way across, and because he reached so far, he didn't make that good a connection. It went down to cow corner. It was rather a forlorn dive from Camphor. It would have been a great catch if he'd pulled it off. Let's see if he gets close to it.
Well, no, not really.
No, it would have been a fantastic catch. He was at full stretch diving. 10 out of 10 for effort, 0 out of 10 for outcome, because it was one of these.
You ask where I live, here's the address I give. The phone.
I thought it was going to go straight down his throat like the one that was out of the no ball.
Yeah, he made a decent effort. I think he's quite a straightish cow corner, isn't he?
Well, I mean,
straightish mid-wicket.
He was pretty much exactly there for the previous one. He's obviously much straighter for that delivery.
And if you're bowling wide of the off stump and he's expecting it to fetch it, then that's what's going to happen. Phil Salt almost takes the head off Craig Young by standing and delivering, playing straight through the line, past the bowler to the boundary for another of these.
Well, unbelievable, really.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3,
the problem with Phil Salt
shut the door.
Is he always gets his bloody timings for when he has a little golden purple patch in between big tournaments.
Yeah.
And then you go to a big tournament and he's a fucking complete failure.
Well, 141 not out. He's 60 not out now, as he gets another one outside off stump. Having learned from his previous experience, he doesn't try and fetch it to leg and just punches it down to mid-on and walks a single, hands over to his captain.
Well, 100's up in the 8th over.
Sorry, Will, go on.
Do you reckon that? I was just going to say, I think he's the white ball Crawley, isn't he?
What? Phil Salt? He's a bit. Yeah, I mean, he's massively in and out. When
Like,
he's good. But when he's bad, he's bad.
Yeah, because Crawley, and does that thing where he kind of knocks, 150 when he's definitely on his last legs, and then they keep him in for another 6 months.
Bethel comes down the track, misses the ball completely again through to the keeper, and there is no run. What they definitely share is the fact that they are match winners. They don't win every match, nobody does, but if you pack your side with match winners, you're going to win some of them.
But that definition isn't everyone a match winner.
No, because
every international cricketer at some point has a freakish game where they're shit hot.
It's true. I'll come back to it in a moment. As Young is into Bethel, there's no timing at all, and the ball takes, I think, a leading edge.
Massive
and just
leading edge, yeah.
In the air to mid-off. There are some players that you play around, and of course they can be match winners. They can play match-winning innings. One thinks of Joe Root and things, but they are not the one who seizes the game by the scruff of the neck and wins it sort of entirely on their own, or not entirely, but mainly on their own. But yeah, I mean, it's less a literal definition match winner as it might be better to use the word mercurial as someone who is either really, really good or out for 10 off 5 balls and off they go, wait for next time. But if England open with Phil Salt and he hits a hot run of form, they're going to win a lot of matches.
Sounds like you're going on vibes.
Well, vibes matter. Vibes matter.
They do, 100%. I'm very pro the vibes.
Good.
But I think it's interesting that I don't think many other commentary setups kind of go on vibes.
Tector is in, and this is chopped by Jacob Bethel down to vacant third man, and it's another of these.
That went straight through the man, didn't it? Rubbish.
Yeah, I think the other commentary services will refer to things like momentum, which is just another word for vibes, truth be told.
Yeah.
And I place very little faith in averages and stuff like that. I do place faith in can you win a cricket match. Jacob Bethel rocks back, he's got his eye in now, and he sort of dismisses that as much as anything. Cross-batted over the bowler's head.
Just stood up to it.
I mean, this bowling attack is at best second 11 county standard, I would say.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? They're definitely their weakest suit. Their batting is okay.
Yeah, they've got, dare I say, some match winners in the batting. Jacob Bethel gets a length ball. It's in the slot. If he could have placed the ball where he wanted Harry Tector to bowl it, he'd have said there, because it allowed him to free his arms, and he lifted it over mid-wicket for 6. Look, I've got some sympathy with the bowlers because they're under such an assault, really, from Joss Butler on, that it's very hard to think straight. But
I think
you shouldn't have Harry Tector bowling, so as you said, Will.
There's that thing with the I assume it's to do with Brexit, but because now Ireland players can't really play in England, so they've had to set up the Irish League, which is like automatically a lower level, and so you're kind of like, and that brings down the level of the kind of the national team immediately.
Well,
and they're facing kind of less consistent batting.
I'm less sympathetic with that because there are franchise leagues all over the world these days, and I suspect they could get a game of T20 around the world.
Well, they do actually.
And
speaking to Curtis, a fair few of them do. It may be in the slightly lesser leagues, but they play PSL and BBL and
Zimbabwe
Bangladesh and Sri Lankan leagues and stuff like that. So they do get, certainly 3 or 4 or 5 of them do. But I think it's more on the bat again. It's more on the batting side. And their batting looks okay, you know.
Is this a wicket? It is a wicket. So Harry Tector has been rewarded for his persistence. He held that one back. Jacob Bethel was, I think, unsure of exactly what he wanted to do with that ball. It was outside off stump, and he got a kind of thickish looping edge. He didn't really commit to the shot, and it just went to the man at extra cover, who took the easiest of catches from Red Adair there. So perhaps this is the start of the firefighting with Red Adair taking a catch.
I think it's England now only need 80, don't they?
By the time
And they got 12 overs to do it. Well, 11.2. Well, JK Ireland, JB makes the point. Ireland produce all their sports people out of 5.5 million. Folks, amazing, really. Yeah, it's like New Zealand.
Not in the previous football teams anyway, because of the diaspora was called upon significantly. So it's not quite that, but it's still. Yes,
well,
obviously
it's
a country against South London. It's South London versus England here.
Yeah, I mean they've got 2 or 3 Sappers in there. They've had Aussies in there as well, haven't they, previously? Yeah. Like anyone else they do. Well, look at this, Ryan Ahmed.
Yep.
He's promoted.
He is promoted. He's the outstanding county cricketer of the year. He's led Leicestershire to the 2nd division promotion. I think the title as well. He's had a glorious season, bat and ball, but particularly bat. It shows the benefit of showing faith in a young player, because Leicestershire put him up the order to open. Now he's batting at number 3 for Leicestershire. He's in at 4 for England. What can he do?
Yep.
And he immediately goes back, and that ball turned from Tector, which shows what a wicket does, because he hadn't turned a single ball before, and that off break did come into the right-handed Rayan Ahmed, who just pushed the ball back down the wicket. Looks very jumpy and nervous at the crease here, Rayan, but let's see if he settles. He gets the reverse out. It's a slow pitch, so it's a relatively risk-free shot, and it finds its way to backward square.
Well, I've dragged out his jingle, so I'm going to put it on. Depending on what it sounds like.
From the original squad was to guard Ryan from dubious jingles.
Yeah. So have you got any messages coming through there?
What have we got? Both of them the best match winner we have ever had. Runs, wickets and catches. Yeah, different. It's difficult to compare different eras, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way the game is played now is so different to what it was played then. How do we measure clutchness in World Cup finals?
You don't. That's why the vibes matter. You know, you've got to go. You've got to go out there.
Eye and feel and.
SK Warren was the best vibes player I've ever seen. As soon as he came on, didn't matter what the situation was. Think Australia going to win here.
Yeah.
This ball is defended to short extra, and it is no run.
Especially when playing England.
It wasn't just England. It wasn't India. We should point out his record in India is both objectively not very good and subjectively not very good. But everywhere else, toss the ball to SK Warren. The game was different.
I mean,
so it is camphor bowling. I mean, I missed that. Sorry, Will, I missed that because I didn't expect him to bowl. Is everybody having a go like it's school sports day? Rayan Ahmed gets one that's outside off stump, and he just picks it up and deposits it over Cow with the contempt, frankly, it deserved.
Well, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, this thing's annoying sometimes. It's one of these.
2
bowled by
6.
Now who's this coming on? Camphor way.
He's in again over the wicket, medium pace, and he beats the bat of Rayan Ahmed, who, like many England players, they've got in trouble when they don't really commit to the shot. It was a kind of nurdle down to third man. You've got to, on this slowish pitch, you've got to commit to the stroke, and if you do, you get rewarded. Will, did you expect Curtis Camphor to bowl, or am I simply out of the loop here, not expecting him to bowl?
I've never really seen him as a kind of a frontline bowler,
No, I
but
haven't.
I don't know if they're doing just trying something different.
Well, he's bowled a decent Yorker there. It's dug out by Rayan Ahmed, and he gets one for his trouble to mid-on. But we've certainly seen bowlers look a lot less, proficient than Curtis Camphor, who has number 85 on his back.
Yeah.
Well, he's the only man who's got 5 for 5. He's got a 5 for 5
Has
and
he?
a 4 for 4.
Oh well, there we are.
Oh, I thought 5 or 5 consecutive deliveries.
Oh right.
And a 4 or 4 consecutive deliveries.
Sometimes you have to preface these that they weren't against kind of Mongolia seconds or something. But
I can't remember who the 5 was against, but.
Well, if he's done that, I'm doing him a disservice. He's also got 2 dot balls in this over so far, and this is his 5th ball of it. And Phil Salt gets one very wide of the crease. It's a full toss, and he just lays a bat on it where he had to reach so far. They take the bottom hand off, and you're kind of playing it like a kind of backhand return of serve by the time you get any kind of contact on the ball. Goes down to a wideish deep point. Red Adair does the fielding. Camera's jerking about like it's a hurricane. I don't think there's any wind at all. It's just the operators don't know what they're doing. It's 126 for 2 as Phil Salt gets one outside off stump and simply hammers it to cow corner.
Wow.
One bounce.
Absolutely butchered that, didn't he? Grubby Messrs Gary is the next one.
So we'll thank Will. Thank you, Burr.
Thank you very
Is that
much.
the end of the over? Oh right, okay. I'm out of here then.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear, did you play Camphor's jingle? Just out of interest.
No, we didn't play.
Did you play him his jingle?
No.
That would have been fun.
Not a great one.
Yeah.
So Grubby's coming in to do a bit of ball by ball. Jez should be on the line. There he is, Jez.
I am indeed.
When do you think this will be over? I think we'll probably just about complete this commentary spell, but I doubt it go much further.
Yeah, I reckon 16 and a half overs.
16 and a half.
They slowed down a bit from their initial crazy start.
Yeah.
So, but then it feels further out now, and they've thrown away a couple of wickets.
Yeah.
So
16.4 overs. 16.4 overs. Why is that ringing a bell for English cricket fans? Indeed.
Oh dear.
Everybody's getting a bowl, so it is like the school sports.
It's this
day.
fella.
He's out.
Tell us what happened. I wasn't looking.
Well, neither were we because the camera didn't really catch it. But I think that's Gareth Delaney's first ball in international cricket, and they're going upstairs with it because of the catch. But I think everybody knows he's out. I think Rayan Ahmed backed away from it, got a top edge, and it went to the Jonty Rhodes position at backward point, and I think it was caught by a diving player. But Ireland seem very confident of this. England are just waiting, and the decision is pending.
I should say while we're waiting that India has just scored the biggest ODI victory against the Australian women ever of 102 runs.
Fantastic. Well, we can't really tell from that replay. It's one of those things.
It's inconclusive.
Yeah,
the player doesn't know.
Yeah,
which makes me think that maybe the catch wasn't.
Fingers under the ball or not under the ball? That is the question.
I don't think they were myself, from what I saw.
That first angle that we saw, it's almost like you got two. You got one at a deep gully and you've got one at a backward point. And it went to kind of the deep gully, the slightly finer of the two behind point there. And Hume it is who has taken the, in inverted commas, catch. He doesn't look that confident. He didn't look confident when he took it, did he, Gaz?
No, he didn't. And that's what players do now. They do say, look, I'm not sure, because they're not looking at the ball.
No, it looks like he's got it, but then it looks like he might have just thrust the ball down into the turf on the way down. It's gone into the ground, the ball, isn't it?
It's into the ground.
Yeah.
So he's
I
going
think so.
Get on with it.
So it's going to be. Of course, now I've played that jingle, it'll be given out.
Yeah. I like to watch, I know I've mentioned it before, it is not out.
Yeah.
I like to watch some of the science and the mathematics videos on YouTube, some of those channels, and on one of them the other day they showed a camera at MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which are something like 1 billion frames per second, so they can actually show light travelling at the speed of light.
Wow.
Wow. At this cricket match, they can't get a decent frame rate.
I don't think they have those cameras at
third
Malahide. Delaney bowls again, and Rian Ahmed backing away and carving it square of the wicket on the offside. Fielded, no run.
I mean, obviously, I don't think they should have that camera, but this day and age, especially what people are paying for TNT subscriptions, they should have a better camera than that.
Should have a better camera crew.
Yeah.
Delaney bowls again, and he's bowled him. Well, he's done Rian Ahmed. It all ends up in this over. Gets his wicket there, no doubt about that one. Cannoning into middle stump. Rian has to go a pretty short and not particularly good innings there.
Now you're gone.
Played all round it, head in the air, nothing to commend.
His head was on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
As well. That's the other thing about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's undoubtedly a very talented player, isn't he? And he's as you mentioned before, he's had a great season in all forms of the game. I hope a slight doubt about his temperament.
Yeah,
I mean, not just based on that.
I just hope they said to him, "Look, you've got the 3 games, and you're back in 4 in all 3 games." Because
beg pardon.
Sam Curran. What's his distinguishing features? Sam Curran. He's not from Zimbabwe. Sam Curran. And he's beloved by Liz Yates. Sam Curran.
I think he's only 21. Still, and you've got to say to him, look, you know, waited a long time to get back in the England setup. I think he did play the last match or whatever.
Yeah.
But you've got to instill a bit of belief in them, whether they're bowling leg breaks or whether they're batting in the upper order. So let's see. But that was not a distinguished shot.
Yeah.
It did keep quite low. Actually.
It did keep a little bit low,
but that's not why he missed it.
He just played all round it. Bat at a weird angle, head at a weird angle.
Do you find it strange? I'll come to it in a moment.
Yeah, Delaney bowls again. Curran back in his crease, much more measured, and just plays it straight back past the bowler, gets off the mark with a comfortable single.
Do you find it strange? Because it never used to happen, and you do see it happening a bit now. The ball went through the stumps there.
Yeah.
Because it never used to happen.
Yeah, I thought if anything, stumps were kind of more robust individually than they used to be. They used to be like twigs, didn't they? If you look at some of those 70s videos.
It went through the stumps to the keeper.
Yeah. Maybe they're more lightweight. Maybe they're made of balsa wood. Who knows? Salt facing up. Gets another straight one.
Good over.
May as well bowl these straight balls, Delaney. Salt looking to work it somewhere but can't do anything with it. Straight back to the bowler who flings it in. He's got a lovely shaved bit, as is one of the fashions these days.
Yeah, it's
on his hair.
3/4 of a mullet there.
Yeah. Don't mind it.
Not quite as bad as Tom Kohler Cadwell.
This is dragged down a bit, and Phil Salt is in no mood in current form to let him get away with that. He doesn't. It spoils what was a good over up until that point, and that has been pummeled over mid-wicket for one of these.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah. Good form.
John Yelton says Camp has 31 T20I wickets and 6 Test wickets.
Thank you.
Leah suggests that Botham was probably the worst captain England ever had.
That's unfair.
Stoned half the time.
Absolutely unfair. He captained against an awesome West Indies side almost all of his matches.
Well, getting rid of the captaincy was the best thing ever happened to him.
I don't doubt that, but his captaincy record is nothing like as bad as people will say.
I started to say something about Owen Morgan earlier on and how he's lauded as one of the best captains that ever lived. But he just did it by numbers with a very good bowling attack, and you got a good bowling attack, it's going to make you look as good as a captain.
He was a good captain off the field, though. He instilled belief. He
Yeah.
said, "This is the plan, and this is what we're going to do. This will win us the World Cup," and it did. Win
Talk
us the
of
World
strategy,
Cup.
yeah, okay, well, fair play.
Yeah, but on the field, yeah.
137 for 3 after 11 overs. Sam Curran, one slip in place for Young, who's back on to bowl his third over. He's got figures of 0 for 22 at the moment. This is dabbed into the offside and no run. Lovely day there in Malahide. Much brighter than it is here in Ladywell.
Yeah,
Pretty
feels
murky.
autumnal.
Murky. Yeah, it was cold, and I've got all
But
sorts
it was
of layers and a hat on the way over.
Cold and humid, which was very
Ooh,
strange.
it was not nice, is it?
No.
Sure it wasn't raining?
No, I think it was just humid.
Okay. Curran facing up again. Young, right arm over the wicket to the left-hander and defended. And he does that Joe Root thing with his bat to say, no! So 2 dot balls to start this 12th over.
I hate that when a batsman runs 3 yards and then holds the
Yeah,
bat in the
Root
air.
does that a lot, actually.
Absolutely.
And I think the likes of Ollie Pope might have picked it up from him.
Yeah.
These little ticks that batters pick up off each other. I mean, Marnus Labuschagne and Steve Smith being an obvious example of that.
Yes.
Ticks and mannerisms seem to transfer.
I'm rather disturbed that both Marnus and Constas have made centuries in the last 2 days.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope Constas gets in for the Ashes.
Yeah, it was a big one for Constas, wasn't it?
We'll eat him up. Another dot ball as it's driven back to a tumbling Young, fielding off his own bowling, but he'll be happy with the way he started this over. 3 dot balls in a row.
So what were the circumstances of Australia's women getting an absolute paddling there, it sounds?
I don't know. I only caught up with
Was it full strength side? Or?
Well, I mean, I noticed they didn't have Phoebe Litchfield. I'd say they're rotating them prior to the World Cup starting in a couple of weeks. Or a week, actually. Just over a week. So, yeah, probably just giving everybody a shot.
Yeah.
Young bolt upright as he runs in. This is outside edge, the leading edge, as Curran was aiming it through square leg, and it squirts out completely 180 degrees the opposite direction. He gets through for a fortunate single.
I saw Ollie Pope on the feed from Surrey, and he did that thing where he was trying to get a ball from a 4th or 5th stump line. His head fell over to the offside. He got a leading edge. It went up into the outfield and dropped safe.
Yeah.
The next ball he played exactly the same shot and was caught a second slip. It's not a good sign.
No.
His balance is just all wrong at the crease.
Which we'll see more of, no doubt, in a couple of months' time. Young bowling to Salt, who fetches this one, and a great piece of fielding out by the Oxbow Lake that is that part of the boundary rope. And Salt, I think, just got the one there, actually.
Yeah, Curtis Camphor doing the job there.
Friend of the show, Curtis Camphor.
Oxbow Lake is, of course, outstanding linebacker for the the Tennessee Terrorists.
Yeah, brilliant piece of work out in the boundary by Curtis there. Curtis Campfire, as no doubt
Curtis Campfire,
as I'm not the first to call him.
Yeah.
They got back for 2. Salt is back on strike, and he pulls this one backward of square on the leg side, just the one this time. But he is rocking along. He's got 76 from 33.
Yeah, England just slowed down a little.
Yeah, 1 for 1 for 3 after 12.
Yeah. Jez won't be slowing down though, Jez.
No, I'm already almost stationary. Dara has joined us. It
Hello,
says,
Dara.
hi all.
Hello.
He says he's going well.
Good.
Mike Hodgshirt Burns has asked for suggestions of therapy for his dislike of women's cricket and Ireland cricket. Electrotherapy or shock treatment, I think. Dara Azizi says he's good. Will Reynolds says good. How's the crime fighting? So there's internal conversations.
Oh yeah,
but not a lot of
Dara being our very own sheriff of somewhere in Arizona, I believe.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
and we have a bit of a false start at the start of this over as Delaney comes in, tries to bowl a leg break, and Phil Salt simply backs away when he was halfway through his delivery stride. That would annoy me if I were a bowler.
Yeah, it would a bit me.
You've got to be ready to
It can't
face.
be anybody who's in front of the side screen, can it?
No, not the enormous.
What it was, maybe it just wasn't ready.
So we restart the over with a leg break on leg stump, which is played respectfully to long on, straight long on by Salt, and he gets one more. He moves to 77.
Is Gareth Delaney the most Celtic name you could have?
Oh, I don't know. There's a fella called Hector Hokagon. If you look at how that is spelt,
that's a bit Game of Thrones.
It's incredible if you see it written down.
Was a Scottish footballer called Jock McSporran, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be up there. That's more Celtic than Gareth Delaney.
Gaelic.
Yeah. Curran just waiting to get into his innings. He gets a full one outside the off stump and swats it to long off there. Just one though for him. Probably
as someone who generally doesn't like football much, I I just watched the last series of Welcome to Wrexham. I thoroughly enjoyed it, I must say.
It's probably one of those things you can enjoy without necessarily being a big football fan, I should imagine, having not seen it.
Yeah.
This is defended by Salt, and Delaney runs away to his right to do his own fielding. No run there. In the same way that I love the film Senna. I'm no Formula One fan by any means, but the film is fantastic.
I wasn't so keen on the film. I saw it not long after I saw the Amy Winehouse film, which I thought was absolutely fantastic.
Back in his crease goes Salt, muscles this to long off for another single. Yeah, or in the same way that I love I've told you about this, Gaz, because I know you're a big cycling fan, and I definitely am not. There's a brilliant book by Tim Krabbe, the Dutch author, The Rider.
Yeah.
You've not read it?
I haven't read it. No, I ought to.
Well, I loved it, and I don't like cycling. So, if you do like cycling, maybe you like it even more.
I ought to.
Brilliant writing. Strong recommend. Curran facing up to Delaney. Back, watches this onto the bat, muscles it to straight long on. A brilliant piece of fielding there on the boundary.
Was it not a dropped catch? I think it was a dropped catch,
It's McCarthy running round
to
do that fielding. Difficult to tell because it was just below the bottom of the screen. If you get my meaning. No, he dives across it. It's semi-plugged, but he was committed to the dive and he stopped it from going for 4. So saved at least a couple there. Well done. A ball that's driven by Sam Curran through the covers. More awful camera work, so can't tell you exactly what happened. But he got a single. That's the end of the over. 147. Snookered on 147 for 3 after 13.
Jay Grover's with us. I didn't know you were there. Jay, hello.
Hey up, Jay.
He says, my dad went to school with a lad called Thaddeus Gormally. He sounds like something out of a Mervyn Peake novel.
It does.
Gilman
Really
Thaddeus,
does.
yeah.
Darius tells us he works for Maricopa County, which is the 4th largest in the country. I imagine it's a little different from your days in Canterbury, Darius. And Clifford Bradford says, how did the young captain get out?
Oh, he sort of spooned one to extra cover, mistimed.
Didn't commit, did he?
Yeah.
He didn't commit.
He got a brisk 24 or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he played some nice sixes. He also had flashes outside off stump. It's the nature of T20, the way it's played now. Yeah. Every now and again, all the cherries on the fruit machine will align, as they did for Phil Salt and indeed Joss Butler in the 300 match. But most innings are kind of flashes and misses along with middles, sixes.
Sammy Curran on strike. McCarthy, the bowler, starting a new over. An inside edge runs down towards long leg. He's going to bring him another single. He moves to 7. And the informed Phil Salt.
9 and over for the last 5 overs.
Only 9. It feels pedestrian, doesn't it? It was 16 and change before that. But Phil Salt still very much the standout performer here in this England batting lineup. 78 from 36.
Honestly, Barry McCarthy's demeanour reminds me a bit of kind of Angus Fraser or a chuntering Glenn McGrath.
Yeah.
He looks very unhappy indeed to be bowling.
He's got a good trudge about him.
Yeah, there's a definite trudge.
Leaden-footed.
Slumped shoulders.
Weight of the world. This is wide, and Salt throws the bat at it. But not a bad delivery because it meant he couldn't time it. They're back for 2.
It's a decent throw.
An optimistic appeal for a run out, which I can't believe the umpire's even going to have a look at that one.
It was a good throw.
It was a good throw. Oh, we are going to look at it. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well,
these are valuable seconds in our life. We don't get this back, you know.
Yeah, well, while we're looking at it, does anybody know maybe he's injured why Georgie Dockrell hasn't bowled, or has he bowled? Did I miss him? Because there was a time when he was an absolute frontline bowler for Ireland. Indeed, he was playing for Somerset. He was the leading, I think, Irish bowler at the time.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, he has done a kind of Mark Richardson and sort of floated up the order from 11 to up at the top. Well, he was in so far that he was almost past the stumps.
Why is the umpire asked for that? I mean, I know they've got to make sure that but honestly,
1 in a million, the bat won't be grounded and everybody will be, kind of shouting and screaming.
The England 150 is up, 150 for 3 in the 14th over. Phil Salt's scores moved on to 80. Better than 2 a ball, which is some going.
I've seen schools
film projects with better technical mastery of camera than we're seeing here. They just attempted to pick Lorcan and Tucker out, and the camera was all over the place.
Having given Salt the big one there, he fresh airs this one, an attempted pull. He really threw the kitchen sink at that one. Regulation up and down ball from McCarthy, which gets a good result for him, i.e. a dot ball.
Yeah, he's complaining about something here, is McCarthy.
Yeah,
it's quite fun. I think I mean, he has none for 32 off 2.3 overs, but I think he'd be of a very similar disposition if he had 5 for 23 off 15 overs. I think it's his way.
Yeah.
And let's face it, there's always room.
Oh, there's room in the world for curmudgeons, for
Yes.
sure. This is under-edged by Salt, and the ball goes pretty much nowhere. The belaboured McCarthy wanders through and picks it up as if to say, what have I done to deserve this?
What have I?
Great
what
song.
Have I done to deserve this? I saw an excellent film, which I thought would be good and turned out to be brilliant, which was it's a few years old. I think it was done nearly 15, 20 years ago. But it's Battleship Potemkin,
I knew you were gonna say
scored by the Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
McCarthy. Oh, this is not going to improve his move because the umpires decided that I think a bail had come off.
Yeah,
a bail had come off, and so just as McCarthy was about to leap extravagantly into his bowling action, the umpire said, "No, we can't play here."
Maybe I was a little harsh on the camera operator there for the wobble camera on Lorcan Tucker. Because if it is windy, that's fair enough.
I was helping out umpiring at Mitcham Cricket Club.
Oh yeah, I know
recently and a year or two ago. And a year or two ago, I put my arm out. I don't know if a bail had come off, but there was some reason. Put my arm out, but the kid had already started his run because they're little as well. He just ran straight into my hand and then tried to fight back the tears as I got him right in the nose.
You're a cruel man.
Well, I didn't mean it, did I? But of course, I felt terrible. And Phil Salt smashes one along the ground, straight in the middle of the Oxbow Lake, and that is 4 runs.
The number of the day. Who could ask for more? The number of the day is 4.
Yeah, just rocked back and smashed that one, fetched it from outside off stump, easy as you like, for a man in form as he is.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I was in Copenhagen, and there was a game of pickup cricket going on near where my son is living.
What do you mean pickup cricket?
It was lads playing in a bit
as
of
in, I pick you, you pick...
Yeah.
That, okay, yeah.
And,
beg your pardon, as McCarthy is into bowl to Salt, who's on 84. This one he has to wait for a little bit, maybe a slower ball, didn't quite get up. He pulls it to deep square leg, gets a single. Yes, Gaz?
There was a little lad, about 10 years old, who ran in and chucked it, threw it straight at the 14, 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I put an arm out and shouted, "No ball!" And one of the older lads said, "Oh, we're not playing those rules. We're allowing him." I said, "Oh, I know. It was just a joke, lads, just a joke." I said, "Anyway, enjoy your cricket." And they carried on. So that was my no ball story.
Just been looking at George Dockrell. For the first 11 years of his career, he bowled in almost every T20I.
Yeah.
Since 2021, he's bowled pretty few. In fact, the last couple of years, he's bowled in very few.
Yeah.
So he's obviously concentrated entirely on his
or
batting.
maybe he's got a bad back or something like that. But there was a long time when he was a particular favourite of Dan Norcross, I think, was
Little Georgie Dockrell.
Little Georgie Dockrell.
Yeah.
Who was 6'3".
Yeah, well, I'm surprised. I mean, I've obviously not been following his career quite that closely because I just thought that he would bowl at some point.
I did.
Very competent off spinner.
Watch out! There's a Humphreys about.
There is a Humphreys about, who's a left arm orthodox spinner, and Phil Salt carves this one through point to get himself yet another single. Brings Sam Curran back on strike. Hasn't seen much of the strike recently, Curran.
No. Well, this is my last over. I can't do Saturdays or Sundays match, I think, because I'm at work. And Friday I've got to go to Wimbledon College of Art and look. I'm going to have a look at their MA costume design for theatre course.
Well, do report back.
2 people. I shall. And there's something else I've got to do in the afternoon, so it was going to be very, very tight on Friday.
As long as it's not to do with your coffee machine again. That's all.
Oh yes, that's it has settled a little bit. And it's a very Scouser looking Matt Humphreys.
The last 5 overs is now 7.8 runs an over. They're going down and down and down.
Well, they need so. This is a sweep out to the boundary. We presume it was fielded. It was off camera because the ball had gone exited stage left or stage right, or which is out of the screen anyway. Shoddy work from whoever is been seconded these roles.
It's not often that we at Guerrilla Cricket can laud our technical professionalism is better than the broadcasters, but we can.
Yeah. Salt back on strike. 157 for 3 is the score. Humphreys, a bit of a drag down there, pulled. Is that fielded on the bounce there at deep square leg? I think it is. So Salt gets another single. He's on 88. Curran's got just 8 from 10. England need 39 from 33, so it's not a done deal. Should do it.
What's the line? Twice as sweet as sugar, twice as dry as salt, and if you get hooked, baby, it's nobody else's fault.
I don't know. Where's that from?
White lines, Grandmaster Flash.
Very good. Yeah, of course. Very good.
Because we've got the white lines on the pitch. We've got Salt, and he's going very sweetly.
Yeah. Give you that one. Sam Curran hits this one very sweetly. Over wide, long on. Camera, give me a clue. I think it's gone for 6, and it has. Good shot, Sam Curran.
Smack it in the air, beyond the boundary. Smack it in the air.
Not sure that should have qualified as a maximum. It was a bit loopier than that, but he certainly got enough of it. And it hit it over the tent, in fact. So, yeah, he hit that very sweetly.
Fab 5 Freddy was in the Furious 5, and he was supposed to be in Blondie's video for Rapture.
Yeah.
But he wasn't because he didn't turn up. So a mate of his stepped in and did his bit in the DJ stall. You know who the mate was?
Who was that?
Jean-Michel Basquiat, whose
Wow.
paintings now go for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well.
If you see the video there, where Debbie Harry is really very, very good in that video.
She was all right on camera.
Yeah, she was all right on camera. But yeah, it was seminal moment because I think it was the first rap ever on MTV.
This is pulled, not really that short, just a length ball that he picked up. Curran didn't get all of it though, but it's fielded out there on the boundary at mid wicket, and he gets one more. So 165 for 3. One ball left of the 15th, and that'll be the end of this little partnership.
You can tell my attention's drifting. This is done, isn't it? This is done.
My 16.5 over, though, is going to be very optimistic. I think it's more likely to be 18.
Well, I did see Chris Lynn hit 30 off 5 balls on Saturday.
Salt tucks this one into the leg side. They sprint the first. Are they going to come back for 2, or will Salt think, I'll have the strike, thank you very much? No, they do it professionally. They are back for 2. Salt moves on to 89. The score to 167 for 3 after 15. I think, Gaz, you're off.
I shall take my leave, but I shall respond with gratitude again to all the listeners. Sorry if I haven't been entirely concentrating on the matter at hand.
Richard Peel says, is this Guerrilla Trivia or Guerrilla Cricket? Either way, I'm loving it.
Well, I think regardless of what match we're covering, you always get a bit of the former within the latter.
Yeah. Clifford Bradford says, to be fair, how often do they televise cricket in Ireland? Well, the TNT is the people who are commissioning it, I think, so they have some responsibility.
And they have a responsibility to hire people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
With a camera.
Okay, I shall catch you on whenever the next game is.
Cheers, Messers. Always a pleasure.
Cheers, Messi.
And we welcome back
Thanks,
Will.
guys.
You all right there, Will?
What do we require? 28,
How's
20.
it going?
Good.
No, we require exactly 30 to win, don't we?
30 or 30.
30 or 30. Wow.
Rob, do you not see a fair bit of Georgie Dockrell when he was at Somerset?
Well, I don't always. I mean, I followed it a bit, but I don't always watch all of Somerset's games. I'm sorry about that.
And why is that?
I don't know. Little things like.
Why are you not glued to YouTube every fucking week?
Little things like life.
God damn it. Hume, who went for 22 in his first over, has bowled a short one. Is it going to be given as a wide? It is going to be given as a wide. So now 29 off 30 required. Who's the old umpire? Is he Irish? Who's the big guy?
There is a Kennedy.
Guy.
Kennedy is one of the umpires.
Okay. He looks a bit doddery, that's all.
Lovely. He speaks very highly of you.
I'm sure he does. My fucking tenant has locked herself out again. That's pulled way, I think, over. Well, the cameraman has gone to cow, but I'm pretty certain he went behind square on the onside for 6.
Yeah. We're giving that a 6.
So
yeah.
So
Definitely.
she's going to sleep
Let's
on the
talk
doorstep.
about
tonight.
sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
She can come and meet us in the pub and get the key off you.
Well, no, because she lives down in Broadstairs and it's a flat down there. So I've got to pay 95 quid to get someone to let her in, and she got to pay me back. I told her to get spare keys. She said, yeah, I'll get spare keys. And yet again, she has locked herself out. Fucking idiot.
Hello, if you're listening.
Yeah, she's not
on
listening.
the doorstep.
She's not listening. I know that. 174 for 3, England. Salt is on 89. Will he get to his 100? Yeah, he might do. But Sammy Curran, so I need 20 off 13. He can finish it this over. Down the track he comes. He's walloped that square. Oh my word, that's 6 over cover. What a shot that was. Didn't think he got enough of it, but he had.
2 6s in a row. 2 6s in a row. 2 6s in a row.
Well, Hume's not having a great day. He's gone for 33 effectively off 8 balls.
That's rough.
That is pretty rough. That was well timed by Sammy. Because there is a man out there. And he got it over the top of him, though.
It's almost a bit helicoptery, that shot.
It was a bit. 180 now. England requires 16. That's on the leg side. That's maybe not got enough. He hasn't got enough this time. He's clipped it out to the man in the deep, but I don't think it really matters. Having got 13 so far off the over, and nearly half
It's
the amount of
back
runs.
on.
It's not back on for the Irish, I would say. That has to be spectacular.
On your bike, mate.
Classic little T20 knock there. 27 off 15, strike rate 180, just what the team requires.
No problem at all.
No problem at all.
Leah says, I hope you wear a crumpled trench coat, chew a cigar and carry hard-boiled eggs in your pockets. Saying that to Darragh Azizi, by the way.
Yeah, I said a similar thing. I said you have to wear the fedora and the trench coat thing.
Lovely job. Too bloody hot, says Darragh about that particular request.
Well.
Or that inquiry. Frank Rockefeller says parachuting in. Hello, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks for parachuting. And Richard Peel advises you, Bear, to get a lockbox with a spare key in it that has a combination on it and charge her for that.
Well, I have a lockbox, and she was supposed to get spare keys and put them in there. She promised me she would after the last time she locked herself out, but she hasn't. So I might well have to do that myself.
New batter for England.
Indeed.
Tom Banton is a pure T20 player, and he'll go all the way. He's gonna do better than anyone you've seen before. This is the only way that he knows how to play. Oh, he's a little champion, Tom Banton.
He gets off the mark with his first ball, just clips it into the leg side past the fielder, scoots a single. Bringing Salt back on strike. He needs 11 to get to his 100. There are 16 runs required. And he's got 2 balls left in this over, so he could get 12 and he could get there this over.
He'll fancy it.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Then he'll have his 5th T20 100.
Is that right?
And he's the only person, every other England player that only has 1.
Really?
Including Josh Butler, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Alex Hales?
No. That's through to the keeper and there's no run. Phil Salt has 4 T20 international 100s. And he's got 3, I think 3 at the top 4 as well. Josh Butler is the other one in the top 4. Yeah, and he's the only player with more than a single international T20 100 for England.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
I genuinely just assumed Joss had got it.
Yeah, same here. No. Well, that would have been a wide, and instead he's out.
Oh,
Salt's not going to get his ton. He's going to be out on 89. Slicing a wide one.
Silly little boy, what on
out
earth
to
were you
deep
playing
point.
at? Oh!
He'll be disappointed with himself.
We're disappointed.
Well, yeah, bottom hand came off the bat, sliced it, aerial, straight to the man, didn't have to move that far. And Ireland get their 5th wicket.
But hey, 89.
89 or 46.
100. How many did we get the other night when we got the 300?
141.
Ridiculous.
I think it's 141.
Insane.
Yeah.
I'll bring you a couple of messages then. Leah says to Dara, you also have to randomly pull out one of the eggs and start peeling them during interviews with witnesses.
Is that Colombo we're talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember Colombo doing that.
I
He
don't
wore,
remember.
he wore the Mac, obviously.
He had the Mac.
And said, just one more thing.
Just one more thing. Yeah. Who had eggs in their pocket?
I don't know. Is that just a trope?
And a crumpled jacket.
Just a thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
I was
it.
thinking of the crumpled jacket. It's purely Colombo. I mean, there was Quincy, but he was actually a doctor. But he always solved the murders.
New batter for England.
Is?
It might be Will Jacks. Maybe it's Will Jacks. It's probably Will Jacks.
Definitely is.
Yes, Will Jacks.
Well, Hume, he's gone for 30 odd, but he's got 2 wickets in this over. Or that last over. That was his last ball of the over. So Humphries, he's gone for 34 and it's 3, got a wicket already. He's going to bowl to Tom Banton. England requires 16 off 24 deliveries. Ooh, Fisher's at 1 outside the off stump. It moved. Humphries, who looks like a scouser, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's the tash and the
It's
hair.
tash and the wavy hair.
Newsflash, Colombo did indeed carry eggs around, according to Leah. So
Oh, okay.
there we are.
I don't remember that.
Old eggy Colombo.
I do remember the chompy cigar. Crumpled coat and occasionally a fedora.
The lollipop for Kojak, obviously. Yeah. Who loves you, baby?
See
Who
you
loves
later.
you, Gary?
He loves you, Gary. Yeah, go and enjoy your theatre. 181 for 5. It's reversed over the top. Oh, was that caught? No. It's raced away down to what would have been third man. Was it caught? Was it 6? Who knows? It's been given as a 4.
Giuliani had his reasons for selecting his landscape seasons. There were 4.
Pretty flat. It wasn't far from the man. Down the track comes Banton. And the thing is, what they do, these cameramen, I don't know if it's the guy who's doing the camera, so he smashed it out to deep cover. They'll get 2. I think they haven't got enough cameraman, so the guy who's behind the stumps is also the guy who's following the ball. So you, Sky, have 2. They have 1 to follow the ball and 1 who's just basically on the wicket for the delivery. I think that guy's doing the 2 jobs. So he pulls out really quickly and then tries to follow the ball.
If they want a bit of end user feedback, here it is.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Very true. Squared up a little bit there as Banton. It's a dot ball out to point and there is no run. They need to get 2 cameramen at one end and maybe a spotter who goes extra cover, and you've got to know where the fucking field is as well. You've got to know your cricket. Well, that's reverse swept again, just over the top of the short third man. That's a tiny boundary, isn't it, where the kink is? And it drops just short of it and makes it to the boundary. 10 off the over. England on 195 for 5. Banton on 11 off 6. England require 6 to win. Could get it done in 17 overs. 1 ball left in this over. Oh, strong hands, wasn't it?
That'd be fun.
He didn't really get hold of that particularly well. But it's a very, very short boundary when you look at it
wrist,
like
yeah.
that.
That's what Gaz was saying about Salt earlier on. Iron wrists, and I think Tom Banton shares that characteristic.
Last ball of the over, down the track, smash. Don't know where it's gone. It's out apparently.
But we didn't know because...
Where the fuck is not the cameraman following the fucking ball, you stupid idiot? But clearly Banton has smashed it straight to mid-on, who was on the edge of the ring. And he didn't get much elevation on it. Certainly got enough power in it, we just didn't hit it high enough. Curtis Camper caught it. Someone needs to get in the ear holes of whoever sanctioned this shit for TNT and tell them to get a proper bloody team to do it. Yeah, another wicket done. So that's 6 down.
I think we should give a collective R for Dara Azizi, who says, I can't afford eggs on my pay. I can't afford eggs on my pay, Leah. He says, oh, bless you, Dara.
Yeah, eggs are really expensive in America, aren't they, at the moment? They were trying to get, was it Sweden or Denmark to send all their eggs over to fucking America?
Were they?
Trump was.
Or just airdrop them in.
But isn't that all part of the like Greenland thing?
No, it wasn't to do
As
with that. The
well.
fact was that they had to cull a bunch of chickens because of bird flu or something. So the price of
Right.
eggs went up. They haven't recovered, and then apparently they all have eggs for breakfast. And there wasn't enough eggs, so they were trying to basically import them from, I think, Denmark overproduces
Batter.
eggs, or Sweden or somewhere like that. Can't remember exactly who it was. Will Jacks faces up. First ball drives out towards the boundary, probably only a single.
New batter on strike.
New batter on strike.
Eric J says, just one more thing, which we've all been enjoying.
Well, this is the thing here. Ireland have not done too bad. They got England 6 wickets down, but they just need to get them earlier. England got off to an absolutely rollicking start, didn't they? And that set up the rest of the game, really. Defended by Jamie Overton up towards mid-on. There's no run, and this isn't a first-rate England side either, you wouldn't say.
Right.
I love the Jamie Overton jingle. It lives rent-free in my head pretty much non-stop.
I like the Luke Wright one from years ago. Have you heard that, Will? Luke Wright.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Wright through me.
Yeah,
it's always amused
it's
me.
a classic. Overton facing up. That's a wide. He didn't, unlike Phil Salt, he didn't thrash it and get caught.
I don't know why.
England require 4 to win, just a solitary boundary with 16 balls remaining.
Don't know why, but Luke Wood is basically just the sort of regeneration of Luke Wright in my head.
Yes, I nearly called him
bizarre.
Luke Wright earlier on. Luke W. It's an easy mistake to make.
Short attempted pull by Jamie Overton, misses it through the keeper, and there is no run.
Surely a wide, isn't it?
Luke Wood, does he bat Luke Wood? Has he got a bit of a strike
I
on
don't
him?
know what he's like. I think you should give him
I
one.
think he can kind of give it a swing down at sort of 9 or something.
But he's not Luke Wright like batting.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, that should be
That
a
should have been a wide,
really.
shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
I
over
don't
the
know why
top
they
of
didn't give
and
that.
Overton's a tall lad, and it's got over the top of his head, really. But it wasn't given, and I don't think it's really going to make that much difference.
Important to get these things right, though.
Yes, indeed.
And they bloody didn't.
Full bunger over the top of mid-on. Anyone down there. That's the
done.
match.
It's the end of
4
that.
runs. England win with 13 balls remaining. 12 balls remaining.
When you get shot for crossing the boundary, crossing the boundary.
England get on to 197 for 6. Jamie Overton remains 4 not out. Will Jacks is 1 not out. Phil Salt was the main protagonist with 87, I believe. A good knock of 20 odds by Joss Butler in no time at all. A similar knock by
Sammy
Curran, and also Jacob Bethel, wasn't it? What did Ryan Armour get in the end? I was in the
Not that many.
Not that many.
Just over 10 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looked a little bit all at sea and a bit
Really?
nervous. Anyway, Will,
Oh, well.
sum up the significance of this game in the historical context of all of cricket.
Okay, so I think that it is still kind of significant in that it is Ireland playing England, which is kind of historically quite a, like that is quite a momentous thing, and the fact that it's happening within the geopolitical situation that we find ourselves in the world at the moment,
Okay.
No,
well, all right.
it's not at all significant. It doesn't matter. It's
a T20 in Ireland.
I
There should have been an ODI, let's be honest.
Yeah, like if it was an ODI, then it would have like actually given both teams something at least. I love Paul Sterling. I think he's fucking great. And so I just like any excuse to watch him in any context. I don't care. I love the man.
Well, I think it's good. I think it's good that England playing Ireland. They've got to get international matches, and why the hell it's just over the sea. It's an easy game for both sides. It's a shame it's in September, to be honest, but them's the roles.
Well, I mean,
unfortunately,
conditions weren't an issue today.
Yeah, they weren't an issue today.
Shall I do a few messages before we scoot off?
Yeah.
David says something vaguely racist about Scousers and stealing. Fair enough. Leah says Saim Ayub got out in the first over again, as per usual. Eric says, hi Leah, not seen it yet, but we'll definitely catch that interview you did later. Thanks for the link. Clifford Bradford says Luke Wood looks like he should be a Peaky Blinder. He has got a bit of a haircut, very sharp parting, isn't he?
Yes.
And George McPherson, who is a Leeds fan, says despite the loss, Ireland have been better today. They only lost 3 wickets. Problem with England is that most of their players got starts, but nothing major. The thing is that, I think as you said about 5 minutes ago, Bear, is England got off to such a flyer that the game's done by then.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, they got some wickets. They felt like consolation wickets, even though they got 6. And if you're only 3 wickets down at the end of your innings when you batted, then maybe you've got to be looking for a few more.
Yeah, exactly. Taking a few
I
more
mean,
chances.
they got nearly 200, which should be competitive. England have done it very easily. So
Indeed.
there we are.
Indeed. And that about wraps it up.
The problem with England is...
Yeah. Go on, Will.
The problem with England is they always try and walk it in. And they'll leave it.
Very good. Very good.
Well, hopefully Liverpool will walk it through in tonight. Boom, boom. Right, we are out of here. They're speaking to the Scouser. And, play the theme tune. We're gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nice
great to have you there, everyone. Thanks to Gary and Messrs and Anindo, and, of course, you, Will. Thanks to you, Bear. Always a joy.
Thanks to you, Grubby. Always a joy, too.
I couldn't thank myself, though, could I?
Well, no, but I can thank you. We'll be back on Friday for the second one.
Terrific.
Same time Friday.
See you Friday.
See you
Cheers. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.
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 Guerrilla crickets. Whoa. Guerrilla crickets. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come. This is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick your